Everybody, nope.
I'm keeping that in.
Fine.
Go again, and take it from the top.
All right, take two.
Do it, or
no,
you wanna...
no.
Take two. Here we go.
Take
3,
two.
2, 1. Boop.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 19 of Burn Down the Sandcast. I can't talk. What's up? How y'all doing? Who's with me?
I don't know. Who are you? First of all.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Who are you? Tell me about the man behind
What?
you.
What happened to the number one Yiffmeister, Mikolith? Is he here?
I'm so flustered from just fucking up the intro so badly the first time that I completely forgot. So I'm Miko, aka Alex, aka the original Yiffmeister.
Oh.
I'm here with some people, and those people will introduce themselves now.
I'm a person too. My name is Mike, aka at Rick Rolls Royce on Twitter, and I'm here. There's other people too.
This is gonna be a weird one, huh?
Hi, how you doing? I'm here, and I'm Maggie, and I'm actually gonna say my Twitter today, which is Zumtosis at tweet time, and you can find me there.
No, that's not what it is.
At tweet.time.
And hey, what you maybe just heard was the new theme that I finally did. If you didn't, then it didn't happen, and none of this matters.
So now that you say that, I'm actually realizing I don't think we ever mentioned that you wrote the first theme song.
No, I know, we didn't. I kept thinking about saying it, but I don't care.
Are you sure?
I care.
All right.
Maybe we did in the first episode, but I don't remember us doing it.
No, I never said shit.
So,
all right, well, that happened.
So in case you're wondering...
I make music, funnily enough. The ad's going away. No.
What?
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 No, there's one more person. We gotta...
This is already a train wreck. Oh my god, dude.
Hey, who's our last person? Hey, who's our last person? Hey, Mark, our last person.
Well, we've lost.
Oh my god, did he really step away from the mic? Oh my god, right now.
We've lost him to the darkness. Kingdom Hearts is here.
What is fucking happening?
Hi, the person who died. Game Bun and Mark, and the Game Bun was the Twitter.
No, we just have to wait for him to come back, and I have to edit this out. You don't understand.
No, we're going.
I have to edit out of this is the intro. We haven't even made it past the intros yet.
No, this is the fucked up episode. Hey, welcome to the meltdown episode. Everything's falling apart. The place is burning down. Anyone. It's finally happening.
I'm very sweaty, and I don't know why.
Come on, where are you?
Because it's so hot because the podcast is burning down.
I keep seeing your mic light up, and then you disappear. Where did you go?
That could just be background noise from his house.
I heard his mom talking a second ago, but now he's just gone. Oh my god.
Next up on news, we got some stuff.
No! This is all... we're done right now. We literally just have to sit here in silence until Game Bun shows up. We haven't even made it through the intro.
I thought this is going to be a long one, huh?
Game Bun, are you here? Hi. Okay, now do your intro as though somehow it wasn't just...
Are you okay?
I'm a little groggy. I don't have much today, so...
Okay, so anyway, pretend we just introduced all of ourselves and that you're next. Go.
If I can?
And go.
Eh.
No, that's
have-
not.
That's how you have to do an intro. God damn it.
And go.
Just pretend I'm a dead corpse here.
No,
Hi.
which person are you?
Say your
Hi,
name.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Mark.
Hi, I am Santosis.
No, you're
No,
my
not.
say
Twitter
your real
handle.
fucking name. God damn it.
Okay. Hey, my name is Toddy.
I hate this fucking podcast so much.
I'm gonna die.
Oh my god.
See, this is how I feel whenever you won't shut up. Alright, I'll be serious for a moment. Okay. I'm just a little groggy, so please forgive me. I am Mark. My Twitter handle is @GameBun. And, oh boy, I just feel like shit today.
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
We made it through the
Us.
intro.
We got it, guys. Intro.
Yeah.
We did it.
Hi, everyone. I'm
And
Maggie.
only-
I'm dead. And,
and
like,
it took
there's
us...
nothing.
It took us 5 minutes.
All right, Groggy Boy, you first. How was your week?
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Okay, why?
Because I just bought all the Pokemon cards last night.
Oh, why did we do that? 300 or 3?
About $30 worth.
Okay, that's not too
So
bad.
that's,
That's
like,
why you feel like you're
kinda
gonna die?
okay.
No, like my whole week has been kind of fucked up because they moved me again at work.
Oh.
Ugh. What are your hours now?
No, my hours are the same. I'm in a different position now.
Oh.
Oh, is it harder?
I'm working long. I'm working more hours now, so
Oh,
there's a
okay.
benefit
Well,
to
that's
that.
good because that's what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Get paid.
I think the reason why they let me go early because someone else went early and she needed a ride home. So like, I'll give her a ride.
Mm.
So I guess it just like gave me the benefit of the doubt. But since they moved me to a different position than she is, I can't do that anymore. So, plus I ended up going to work late today because of my alarm not going off. So,
Oh, R.I.P. Did you get yelled
Yeah.
at?
not really. The
Okay.
managers there are very forgiving, as long as I don't do it too often.
Did
Right.
you buy a second alarm clock to make sure that you have a backup now?
I'm gonna set another backup on my phone in case things go bad.
I was just gonna say I have to set like 5 alarms for myself.
Like, my first one went off, and I probably heard it, but then sometimes I'll just like swipe it off and go back to sleep.
Yep. There's a way, actually, at least on iOS, I know, to set alarms that you can't snooze, which I have to do, because otherwise I just do that. I'm a
I
bad
think-
person.
I think the default Android one has that feature, just that I don't have it enabled.
So,
Mm.
define default Android one because depending on which phone you purchase, you might have a different alarm app.
It just says alarm, or it says clock.
Yeah, on HTC
S7.
and Samsung and on now Motorola, because I have a Moto G5 now, they are all different. So,
Okay, this is a Samsung one. It just says open source licenses, so whatever. It just says clock.
yeah, so they probably took, like, the stock Google one and then just modified the fuck out of it, is my guess.
Maybe. But
When I actually have to get up, I just set, like, 10 alarms right in a row. 1 minute
See?
after each other.
I just hate to have more than like 5 alarms on my thing, because then I have to go scrolling up and down. I'm just lazy.
What I do when I have to get up, right, is I get a piano and I tie it with rope above my bed, and then I put a candle underneath the rope. And that way, and once it reaches, the candle starts to burn through the rope, and then eventually the piano will fall on me. So if I don't get up in time to blow the candle out, I die.
Right, the Tom and Jerry alarm clock. My
Right.
favorite.
Mm,
See,
mm, mm.
I think I should probably just find a Vita and just install Wake Up Club.
Oh my god, no.
Don't.
Why did you even remind me that existed? Alright, your week is over now that you said that. You don't get to speak anymore. Wake up club? Jesus Christ.
Look, man, I got it from Twitter.
Help.
Why would you even consider getting a Vita in 2018?
See, the thing is, whatever.
Only Jeff Gersman is allowed to talk about Wake Up Club. Alright, what happened with your router?
So remember, I keep telling you about this problem with my router. It's the wireless, where just for some reason it just has problems.
Well, we know that because we've been doing videos with you for years, so...
Yes.
Well, that was a whole different router too. This is like the one I've been had before, especially with like fighting games with me and Mike.
Yes.
We always had this weird problem when like the connection would just suddenly go to shit.
I mean,
So-
that's also just a wireless problem, but yes.
But I mean, this is wired to begin with.
Wired
So-
is better. But anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what was going on. So, I mean, I was looking around anyway for a router, and then all of a sudden I realized they were doing sales on eBay. So I got myself a Netgear Nighthawk. I forget the number.
Nighthawk?
Yeah,
That's
I
some
forget
I've
cool
never heard of
gamer
that,
shit,
but that's
bro.
hilarious.
Yeah. So
And
anyway,
it's
I got it.
good?
I got it for about $60. Normally it's like $100 something.
Word.
So I got it hooked up, everything's set up, and as of right now, at least with my wireless on my laptop and my phones, it's actually gotten a lot faster.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't
sounds
had any
good.
I haven't had any issues on my desktop either, except for one thing I noticed.
What is that?
Images, sometimes on certain websites, images just tend to load a bit longer,
Okay.
and I'm not too sure what's going on. But I think it's kind of fixed now. I haven't had any issues since this morning,
Hmm.
so it could have been
Alright,
just a
good shit.
temporary thing. But yeah,
Well,
I'm happy
I'll play a fighting game with you, and we'll see if it's better.
Also, if we're gonna do 5K, we have to download a new client. They
Oh, it's finally out now. Okay.
they did it open. It's open beta, but it's a new client,
Oh, okay.
so we'll have that later.
Hey, Alex,
What? Huh?
I heard that you're a hacker, a mod.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in. So yes, you could say that, even though that's not really what hacking is. So
Are
I
you a
don't know
Macker? Are you the Mac Daddy?
So I remember we were at AGDQ, and our good friend Cameron had
didn't say no.
translucent Joy-Cons on his Switch.
Yeah, he made it into the purple one.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Color.
Nintendo sells those.
They don't.
They don't.
So you're
Oh.
get ready for a story because so I was browsing around
Hold
Amazon
on,
and
what's
I happened
Nintendo's number?
I happened across the thing that he bought, which was plastic shells for your Joy-Cons. And I noticed something. One of them comes with a D-pad instead of the fucking 4 buttons for the D-pad.
Oh, what the fuck? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
so I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm spending this $22.99 and I'm going to get this and I'm going to do it.
Does it work?
It feels very good. I was playing Tetris
I mean,
with
it's-
it earlier. It's really good.
Oh, what
So,
the
Mike-
fuck?
The thing underneath the buttons is the same thing as the D-pad is normally. It's just the fact that they want to like.
Yeah,
symmetrical.
they're just individual
What the
buttons.
fuck?
Yeah. So
That's how D-pads are. It's just
I want that.
yeah. So
so. Explain to him why this is a pain he has to do.
yes,
Cool.
so last night I got home after crawling on Route 80 for fucking an hour and 40 minutes because for some reason
Yay.
everybody's having accidents. I got home at like
Nice.
8:15. Let me tell you. Okay, so I started this at 8:30 p.m. I finished
Okay.
at nearly 1 in the morning.
Wow, what?
This shit sucks to do.
What's the
Because-
problem?
The
Okay,
Joy-Cons
so
are-
the
they're
left
so-
the left Joy-Con
Okay.
is actually mostly fine. It's a little annoying. It's like it's very hard to get the battery to detach from the board without breaking the cable. I just kind of like gave up and left it there.
Wait, why do you have to detach the battery and everything? I thought you could just.
Well, because
Take the
poking
casing
around with
off.
electronics while it's connected to a power source is generally a bad idea.
Eh.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did it anyway, but
Okay.
so
But the left one is the one with the D-pad, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, is
yes.
it 2 D-pads?
No,
No, oh,
Why would-
no, you get
Okay, alright,
'cause
okay.
You get a
the other one's
set.
the other one's face buttons. So
Right.
here, let me tell my story. So the left one was generally situation free, except for the L button, not the L button, the ZL button.
Mm-hmm.
One, that shit is impossible to take off of the old Joy-Con, and two, it is even harder to put on the new one. So
Why, it
let
just
me
doesn't fit? Like, tight fit?
let me break down why. So when you take it off, you just kind of have to keep pulling on it, and you feel like you're gonna break it to get it off.
Oh, no.
You kind
I
of have to
don't
like
that.
lift up where the button is, and then like push down on the back of it, and it feels like you're gonna break it.
That feels bad to me already.
And then there are 2 springs underneath that you need, which will go flying. So please be
Oh.
careful. And then those springs are not attached to anything, so when you move them over to the new Joy-Con, every time you try and put the button back on top of it, they're gonna fall over.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so my
There's not
solution
even,
for
like-
this,
There's not even,
for
like, little
this,
plastic things that hold the springs on the inside at all?
there's a
they're just
little
loose?
plastic notch they go in, and that's it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so my solution to this was go downstairs and find some kind of bottle of glue, which I couldn't fucking do. I was looking for super glue for like 15 minutes. Finally, I found some like fucking Elmer's school glue that was
Nice.
probably from when I was in middle school, and I'm like, okay, well, I need something. I just need it to be there for a minute while I seal this up. So I glued the springs to the button.
Oh, that was smart.
Yes.
It does. Is Elmer's glue really that much of an improvement, though?
Over
But he
nothing?
just needs them
yes.
there-
I only need them
He just-
there for a minute. If as soon as I snapped the button back into place, the glue disappeared, I would be perfectly happy because that's all I needed it for.
So you did it, though.
Yeah, so I did that one, and then I open up the right Joy-Con.
Oh,
This is where the problems are.
okay.
Holy fuck, this thing is... So, the left Joy-Con is, there's not as much in there, so...
It's just a D-pad, the stick, and the buttons, and then the right one has the IR.
Yeah,
the
so the
Amiibo
right
thing.
one has the IR sensor, this, like, plate
Yeah,
that I didn't know what it
NFC.
was, that I think is the Amiibo thing.
It's
the
just the
NFC
Amiibo.
plate,
It's
yeah.
called the Amiibo.
There's
thing.
this, like, Wi-Fi receiver thing, I think, also.
It could
know.
be just a Bluetooth little thingy. It's in it.
Well, they both support Bluetooth,
Yeah.
so I don't know why the other one wouldn't have it, but yeah, there's a lot of
Mm.
extra shit in the right Joy-Con, essentially, and all the
Okay.
ribbon cables are way, way shorter, which makes doing the work and trying to, like, put the cables back into place if you detach them, which I did by accident. I detached probably
no.
the hardest one to reattach,
Oh no.
because it was the shortest one for the Amiibo reader. And if any of those are detached, the Joy-Con just does not turn on, so it's not like I can say, oh fuck it, I don't have any Amiibos.
Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks real bad.
Mhm.
So I was struggling with a pair of tweezers to, like, reattach all the ribbon cables to the board for probably 30
Oh my
minutes.
God.
And then when I closed it up, like, the A button was, like, constantly being held down. So I was like, fuck,
Oh,
I
no.
gotta open this up and, like, loosen the screws because I fucked up. Yeah, so now my A button feels very tight and my Y button feels very loose, but at least it works.
Okay, yeah, that's an improvement.
Yeah, so
You're describing my fear of opening those things up. And
yeah,
placing
so
them.
unless you are a crazy person who loves electronics like me, don't do this. It is a bad time.
I would consider just changing my left one just so I could have a D-pad.
Yeah, so
So-
you can do that. You can order the Joy-Cons individually. You can order only the left shell with D-pad if you want.
I might
Yeah.
do that. I might actually do that.
And they're all on Amazon. Convenient for you.
Yes. And you get whatever color you want. The final product feels very nice. I love having a D-pad for Puyo Tetris. It's so good. Like I described about the Y and A button, that's not really that big of an issue. I did play some Mario and hunt around for balloons for a little bit just to make sure everything was good. It seems
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
The plus button feels very tight, but I barely ever hit that, so that's fine.
hmm
And yeah, that's
And it looks cool.
yeah, it looks cool. It feels pretty good. The coating is very glossy on the new Joy-Cons instead of textured. So just be advised.
I mean, if it's transparent, it wouldn't really matter.
I mean,
I guess you mean the feel.
yeah. So like when I'm holding it, it's like slippery instead of like, you know.
Oh, like an actual grip.
Yeah. So like if you pick
Okay.
up your Joy-Con right now, you'll see. Okay, it's a little bit textured. This is just smooth plastic. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that was a lot of fun. Work sent me a big box of fresh fruit to my house also,
Wow, that's
and
nice of them.
I didn't know they were going to do that, and my parents were very confused. So,
And they were like, why is there fresh fruit here? And you were like, well,
well,
my
it
work sent
says from the insurance company I work for, so I'm going to assume that it's related to my bonus.
Did you
And
eat
then-
any?
I had the caramel popcorn that was in there. They sent some apples
That's
and
not-
pears.
Yeah, wait, hold
There's
on.
summer
wait,
sausage.
Wait,
That's not fruit.
no, wait.
It's not just
Sausage
fruit.
is
It
not
was-
fruit either. Okay.
It was like a big box full of stuff.
No, wait,
Okay,
hold
there you
on.
go.
You said they sent you fruit, and the first two things you list are literally not fruit at all.
You know, corn is kind of like a fruit when you think about it.
Popcorn, sausage. Sausage is kind of like a fruit if you think about it.
When you think
It's
about
like a
it.
meat fruit.
White cheddar is kind of like a fruit when you think about it.
Yeah, I love cheese. That's my favorite fruit.
The chocolate cherries have fruit in them, definitely. So
That's a fruit.
that's true.
That counts.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was like I wasn't
I
expecting
think
it.
that's just called a gift basket.
Yeah. So that's and school continues and I have a big paper to write this weekend, so that should be fun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I get
Hey.
to write about how how science fiction
Dick.
deals with the idea of avoiding death.
Yeah, fuck androids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
We'll talk more about that later.
speaking of school,
Yeah?
Miko, you ever cheated on a school test?
No?
Hey, let me tell you an interesting story then.
Okay, tell me.
So, I have a friend, his name is John, who TAs. This is my story. This is my week because he had a much more interesting week than me.
Yes, I did
So-
hear this story already. It's really good.
So, well, I don't think you heard the conclusion though.
Oh, there's a conclusion now? Oh, shit.
So he TAs for an engineering class because he is a smart boy who graduated and etc. And he works with a lot of the professors there. So he TAs for this one class, and they had their midterms recently. So he graded them in such a way that for some reason everybody got confused and thought they lost way more points than they did. So a lot of the class came to the teacher and complained, and he didn't look at them very closely at first. So he thought the class was right. It turns out they were all just stupid and didn't understand how to add. So actually, he was just 100% right. And also, the entire class is very dumb. And this is a direct quote from my friend. If these kids had taken this class when I was taking this class, they all would have failed. So, anyway, he's been, very kind on grading them, even though they're awful. So there was one particular test that my friend received, that was like so bad that he actually had to like tell people about it, right? He actually had to be like, "Oh my god, you guys, for one of the questions, he literally wrote, 'I do not understand the order of the question' underneath the question," and that's it. Like the question was right there. You can reread it as much as you want. And he just wrote, "I do not understand the order." And then that was his answer to that. So come a week later, they give the test back to them. The students all come in and complain, etc. Of course, him and his professor ultimately figure out that the students are wrong. But this one particular student complains, and he says, basically, your test is 20 points off, and he's marked a bunch of correct answers that I have here wrong. And he sends an email to the teacher showing him a picture of the test that has all these correct answers on it, marked incorrectly by my friend. So my friend is like, "Wait, am I going crazy? Like, I definitely remember grading this test and all of these were wrong. So how is it possible that, like, what is happening here?" So, yeah, very strange, right?
Suspicious.
So, yeah, well, so they were like, "All right, give us the test back and we'll regrade it or we'll look at it again," because obviously that's what you would do, right? So this kid gives them the test back, and they have a look at it, and et cetera, and suddenly they realize something. All the tests are done on a specific test paper because they don't want you to be able to edit it and stuff like that, right? So they're done on this very specific test paper, and my friend realizes, wait, there's like marks all over this paper that aren't related to the test. He looks at them very carefully and realizes these are from something completely different. These can't relate to the class that he actually is in. These are from some other thing. So he realizes this person took the test paper from a different class, erased all of the stuff they had on it, and then wrote in the new answers, the correct answers that they were given to this old test, this midterm he took, and then sent it in as though he had gotten them right in the first place. So they find this out, and they go to the the head of the disciplinary committee, who coincidentally, is the person who this kid took his test booklet from.
Oh,
so
holy shit.
This dude looks at it and sees his marks that he gave on the kid's test, like scribbled out and yet still visible on this test paper, and goes, "Oh yeah, I wrote those. Those are my marks
God.
that I wrote for his test." So this kid doesn't even know this. He knows none of this. So the next day in class, the actual professor of the class that this kid is taking goes up and he goes, "Hey, like, let's talk. I know someone is cheating on the test. So if you come forward to me, we will work something out." And what he had told my friend John was that the original plan was if the person comes forward right away, we're going to take half the points off their original test score of, it was like, 22 out of 60, let's say, something like that, right? So it would be like 11 out of 60. But here's the thing. Takes you those, so half of the original score, and we would put a little mark on your record that goes away once you graduate, but that would say, hey, this person did this thing, and if they do it again, they should get in real trouble, basically. So that's already letting them off extremely lightly. In part because this is only one of 2 midterms, and they still had the final. So if this person had taken this option, they could easily still graduate no problem from this class and pass. Because you only need a D to pass. And he was, before this, doing really well. So, okay. That's no option number 1. Option number 2 is if this person turns themselves in later in the week, we will give them no points on the test, but same deal, we'll just basically give them a warning that they can't do it again. Third option is if this person doesn't turn themselves in, we need to go to the disciplinary committee and have a hearing. Which, if you are going to have a hearing with the disciplinary committee about cheating on a test, I have news. You're going to get expelled.
Yeah, probably.
That's pretty much just what happens. So what do you think this person chose to do upon hearing this information in class?
Forward at all?
Oh, no, it's much worse than that.
What?
So they make this announcement, and then the next day, this kid sends an email to the professor. So I'm not going to read the whole email, but basically what he said in the email was his excuse was that he had written the whole test when he was doing it in pencil, and then someone told him, oh, you have to do it in pen mid-test, which, by the way, you're not supposed to talk to other people mid-test. And he went, oh, shit, erased all of it, and then rewrote it in pen, which, of course, they know that this is not true already.
Mm-hmm.
So this kid is trying to pass it off, and then he goes as far as to say, even you told me, speaking to the professor, that this was okay and that you knew that and it was fine. Then he goes, probably, my friend, thinks that no way in hell he could screw up 22 points over one student. Well, professor, he is not the only one. Let me tell you a quick story. Last semester, and so basically the story is he, at one point, talked to another professor about it, and the professor had graded it incorrectly. So now he's also throwing my friend, the TA, under the bus for grading incorrectly. And then finally, he ends with this. I was just going to clear out the air for you, professor. My academic record and GPA speak for itself.
Uh-huh.
Once again, professor, I emailed you this just to clear out everything for you about my paper and my paper only being messy and dirty. Not about that person you mentioned in the class. Have a nice day. So instead of admitting his fault, he doubled down on this and tried to lie again. And so immediately upon receiving this email, the professor sent out an email CCing the disciplinary committee people and my friend and the kid, and sent him an email and said, hi, we're having a hearing on Monday, come. And the kid's initial response was, oh, well, I actually have a bunch of tests and stuff on Monday, so I'm not sure I can make it. And then I'm guessing he read the CCs, realized who the head of the disciplinary committee was, and then probably 15 minutes later sent a second email, actually I can make it Monday.
Oh, shit, that's beautiful.
So this person is so fucked, they're going to get expelled. And if you are going to learn anything from the story, it's A, don't cheat, and B, if you're going to cheat, don't be an asshole when you get caught. Just admit it, because you're going to get fucked even worse if you don't.
Yup.
Alright, but wait, listen. Have I told you about my GPA and how it speaks for itself? It does.
Yeah, so this is the best part is, that's the last thing he wants them to do right now is look at his past academic achievements, because if he's cheated on this, who knows what else he's been cheating on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, hey, yeah, you have been getting a lot of high scores, haven't
Yeah, that's
you?
interesting, yeah. And also, I want to point out the best part of this. again, this person could have passed this class even if they had basically failed this test anyway. And this person is a second semester senior.
Holy shit.
So he was
So
almost
they were
free.
2 semesters away from graduating, and now they're going to get expelled. Yep.
How do you fuck up that bad?
I don't know. This person
my
is very
God.
dumb.
Alright.
So they're going to have the hearing in the near future. So maybe I'll have an update on that. But yeah,
Wow.
Please let us know what
good
happens.
shit. Good shit. So all I've been doing this week is following that saga, basically. And Maggie, what do you got?
Hi, everyone.
Hi. What's up?
I'd like to talk to you about computers.
Oh
And
yeah.
how
Do you have a unique business opportunity for me?
and how I finally, after many years of hoping one day I'll be able to, I have enough money to build a computer.
Oh yeah, like what?
Or I thought I did. I
Oh.
thought I had money to build a computer. But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard about Bitcoin, man?
Oh yeah, this
yeah.
unique business opportunity. I love it.
Yeah,
You
so
can make tens of thousands of dollars
Because
a
of
day.
Bitcoin,
Yeah.
it's basically impossible to buy a graphics card that's reasonably priced.
Also CPUs, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, no, CPUs are also fucked and RAM's a bit fucked too, but they're not nearly as bad as graphics cards.
yeah, graphics card is really the worst of it.
Mhm.
How expensive is the one that you were looking to get?
Well-
And when it's supposed to be?
Well, the 1080 I was looking at like 2 months ago
Uh-huh.
was like 600 then, which still is probably more than it should have been.
Yes.
I think that's about what I paid for mine, probably. I think I paid like
And
500.
Wait, which one are you getting again?
I have fucking numbers and letters, man.
Mm.
And now that one I was looking at is like 800, 900.
Wow.
Some of them are like 1300, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was like, what if I look at like a 1070? That's like the previous gen. That must be cheaper. Nope, they're literally about the same.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm looking at a 1080 Ti right now, like 1100, 1200.
Yeah.
The
Oh my
cheapest
God.
1080 I can get is 850, which is what I'll probably have to spend on it because, as Nvidia has recently said, they predict prices will keep going up for the next year at least. So it's
Dope.
only going to get worse.
I like how Nvidia is doing nothing about this problem. Also,
So
I have-
Bitcoin needs to not exist. Like
Yes.
it needs to die. And I want whoever invented Bitcoin to just go to the bottom of the sea and live there. And you can live in the sea for as long as you want.
As far as I know, the Japanese guy that invented Bitcoin did not invent it to actually be a real economic thing. He just invented it as a concept, and then people decided to actually take it and do it.
yes,
So it's
that's-
not his
Who
fault.
started the company and shit, then whatever.
Oh, I don't know, but it's some
Yeah,
bad.
that
we
that
don't know at this
person
point.
can go into sea and live in the sea and fuck whatever is in the sea. Too. I don't care, man. Just get the fuck out of here and take the Bitcoin with you. Take a submarine and fill it
Okay.
with all the Bitcoins and the Bitcoin rigs, and
But
then
what
just
about-
fuck off into the ocean.
What about Dogecoin, though? Is that okay?
No, every
Oh.
cryptocurrency. I want this one fucker who started it all to take every cryptocurrency and just get the fuck in the ocean and then just, hey, it'll help keep the rigs cool, right? Like, that's how that works? Just
I don't think that's how
fucking-
water cooling works,
I
but yeah.
also don't think that's how that works, but, you know, maybe, who knows?
Oh, by the way, my favorite thing is if you look on eBay right now for 1080s, which you can't really buy on eBay anymore, but if you look at them, sometimes you'll find what I found, which is literally just a Bitcoin rig. Just like a
Nice.
bunch of computer parts on a wooden frame.
Yeah.
Someone was selling that for $3,000.
Wow.
And it's amazing how dumb Bitcoin is.
Yes,
That is
so
perfect.
I have a friend who works in the help desk of his IT of his company, and he said that they had a professional like business licensed software accidentally distributing Bitcoin mining malware.
Yeah, that's my
Oh.
next favorite thing about cryptocurrencies is all the fucking like shitty things using your computer to mine Bitcoin without telling you.
Yes.
good news though. I will maybe be getting the computer next week, hopefully, if everything
Oh, so you
does
did
not
actually
get fucked.
get it.
No, like buying it next week.
Oh,
so
I
it'll
see.
be like it'll be like 2-3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You know.
Uh,
And then I have no idea what the fuck I am doing, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you're gonna call me up. You're like, I don't know how to computer. I'll be like, you just put the thing in the other thing, and then you turn it on, and then you're
Oh
done.
no, I don't think I'll have a problem putting it together. It's everything after that.
The installing
like-
Windows part.
No, I don't even have to install Windows. I just have to use the same hard drive, so I have to uninstall things, I'm guessing. Computers are fun.
Hey, you know what else is fun?
What?
The news.
Is fun the right word?
we'll find out.
This first article is not fun, I would say.
Well,
Oh.
not for us, nor the employees.
Why not?
So
What's
please,
not fun
go
about
on.
it?
Well, tell me all about it, Mike. Why don't you?
Well, hey, hold on. I'm struggling to make a Rick and Morty joke right now.
Hey, do you guys like mediocre fast food sauces?
No, hold on. I
Oh.
haven't watched that show in so long. What's like a meme from that show?
Pickle Rick?
Lubba,
Hey,
lubba.
hey, everybody!
what
You
the
guys,
fuck?
you guys like to wubba lubba a dub dub in the
Yeah,
tub
there you
with some McDonald's Szechuan sauce? Well,
That
then
sounds fucking disgusting.
I got news for you. You could do it again, and you don't have to
Oh.
be Dan Harmon to get a big tub of it.
Oh
'Cause-
no.
Guess what? It's coming back. Hell 2. Even more hell.
And if you try to sell any of this Szechuan sauce on eBay, we will come to your house and fucking drown you in it.
No,
You
they probably
understand
won't
me?
do anything, actually, and they'll enjoy it. So,
No, dude, just on
it's
the
coming,
spot.
it's coming in all caps, February 26th. And spoilers, we're recording this on the 24th, so that's 2 days from now before the world ends.
That's like Monday.
So,
Which also
if-
tells me that when I am driving home from school on Monday, I should not get McDonald's.
true. And guess what else? The good news is, since you guys probably won't be hearing this podcast until this is completely irrelevant news, it means that none of you will get the chance to buy any. So thank God for that.
Thank you.
But it is happening, and
I
it
like
is
how
the worst.
you phrase that. Like the people who listen to this don't see news anywhere else, and this is it.
Nope, this is it. I'm pretty sure.
I
This
can't
is the
imagine
only
why
source
else
of
you would
news.
listen to our podcast.
This is China's #1 late night podcast. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that except they put out a 3-part podcast series that had like Szechuan news or I don't know.
Yeah, like,
yeah, I
Like,
don't
what is this,
fucking
like,
understand what they did here.
like as we
They
want
had like an
sauce.com.
ARG. They had like an ARG for Szechuan sauce or something. I don't know, but you know, if you want to go find that, I guess you can. Or you could just go to McDonald's and get regular ketchup and put it on your fries and eat them.
Or
I
get the
guess.
sauce at your local Walmart. Like,
Can you get
we talked
Szechuan sauce like at not McDonald's?
No,
Yes.
but you can get teriyaki sauce and mix it with ketchup, and then you are eating Szechuan sauce. So, I don't know what to tell you.
It's too much effort, man.
It's a lot of effort for a throwaway fucking joke on an Adult Swim comedy program.
You know what's really a lot of effort? Putting out a movie that makes $242 million domestically
Whoa.
and worldwide $426.6 million. That's it.
Whoa! Congratulations to Black Panther for making that Marvel money.
As a side thing, I did see that Black Panther like performed Justice League within like 3 days.
I think the only thing...
Like the entire run of Justice League.
So when
Yeah, I think
Justice
that-
League was out, I had no idea that they had even made that movie. So, like...
Hey, did you know Justice League looked not good?
Aquaman is very
I believe it.
handsome.
If they didn't advertise it at all, yeah, I believe it.
Aquaman is the Game of Thrones boy, and he's very handsome.
Peter Dinklage?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
That's the only
So-
actor name I know from Game of Thrones, I'm sorry.
if I remember correctly,
Fucking
This-
Sean Bean's in that too, you know.
their
Who?
their 4-day opening...
Oh my
Shit.
god! Just let
Their
him
4-day
finish.
opening weekend. They have beat literally every movie except for the Force Awakens or the Last Jedi. That recent Star Wars movie. So
Yeah, I love the Star Wars. Tell me more
sitting
about
at
the Star
281
Wars.
million. So next time a Hollywood exec says having black characters and a black lead actor and whatever doesn't sell, you could tell them to go fucking kill themselves because it did.
Congratulations to Wakanda. I think that's the name of the place.
That is the name of the place. I forget what's the man. I'm struggling to remember the name of the director. Coogie, I think.
He was the guy who was fuck. What the hell? Oh, he's the Creed guy. That's right.
Yeah, he is the Creed guy, and I want to say Ryan Coogler. Coogler.
Yeah.
Coogie is what the ladies call him, but Ryan Coogler. Yeah, congratulations, you did it, bro.
So it's kind of this will be the third movie, or at least their film. So Deadpool made R-rated movies popular again. Wonder Woman made a female lead popular again, and this one helped with black leads again.
Yes, and also it's good,
superhero movies.
apparently. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
I want to see it, but then again, I'm behind on my Marvel shit.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
So all the
and it's
Marvel
gonna be
movies
great.
kind of stand on their own unless you're going to go see like a direct sequel, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing that matters, I would say, is like
The Stinger.
Avengers. If you're watching Avengers stuff, you have to start from the start, but otherwise you can just watch all that other shit.
Yeah.
Also,
actually,
I've seen Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 3, but I've never seen Iron Man 2, and that was
I
totally
think
fine, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
From someone who has seen it, they told me there are basically no cameos in this movie from other heroes, and the Stinger has nothing to do with another hero, which I
Sweet.
thought is awesome. They actually just made a Marvel movie that is its own fucking thing instead of just bringing over 1,000 other characters and making it a big dumb thing. So good job.
Yeah.
Only it's just like one. Well, anyway, so yeah, I'll watch it.
Hey, you know what else you should watch?
Anime.
This next article and tell me.
Yeah, who's ready to drive?
I'm
Me, I don't
probably
have a
not.
license.
Yeah, so if you had to pick one game from the franchise Burnout that you like the most, which one would it be?
Burnout
Burnout
3
3.
Takedown.
Burnout, yeah, that one. I was literally gonna say that.
What's your next question? Did they bring that back? Burnout 3 Takedown
Hey,
finally?
did you know
No,
that
it's
Burnout
for-
Paradise would probably be my favorite Burnout game if Guns N' Roses wasn't in it?
You could change the radio station, you know that, right?
I could, but like it's still there, and every time I start the game up, it screams Guns N' Roses at me.
Yeah, but what about Avril Lavigne's girlfriend?
Oh,
Well, so Burnout
Hey,
Paradise
hey, no
said,
way.
hey, you, Xbox 360, I don't like your girlfriend, and then left, and now it will be coming to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One and the PC.
Oh.
via Origin.
So-
well, yes, because it's an EA game, but, you know,
So this means
Origin's not that bad. Don't worry
So
about
this
it.
means
Yeah.
Jeff Gerstmann will get fired from his job again and then spend an entire summer playing this game, right?
Well,
Because I'm pretty sure
only-
that's what happens.
Only if they release Kane and Lynch 2 HD.
Oh, damn. We got to get to work on that.
And then he has to
Oh.
create the sequel to Giant Bomb, which will then get purchased by original Giant Bomb.
You mean
Oh,
Giant
no.
Air Bomb?
Yeah,
The Giant S Bomb.
it's all connected. So yeah, they're putting out Burnout Paradise Remastered on the Xbox One, the PS4, the PC. I think Xbox One and PS4 will be out by the time you hear this, probably.
Maybe doesn't the trailer have a release date?
We are 3 episodes behind getting episodes out, and the release
That
date
is-
on console is March 9th, so yes.
Yes. Okay, then yes, it will probably be out by then.
I think PC, I don't know if they have a date for PC. It's later.
Guys, it's not that hard. Just put it out on parity with fucking PC. Holy shit, I hate consoles so much.
No, but we gotta take time to figure out how video games work and stuff, man. Like,
Fuck
you know?
consoles. Fuck console gaming. Saying it right here, right now. If you want to at me, go ahead. I don't even care. I'll fight you on Twitter.
What's your favorite console, man?
The Game Boy Advance.
Mine
Virtual Boy.
is the PS Vita.
Mine's more
Hey,
of a
have you heard
failure
of this
than
game
the
called
Vita.
Wake Up Club?
What does this have to do with anything? I hate you. I hate you.
So
Okay, well,
But speaking of,
Yeah, you say this. Get out of this.
Speaking of
wake up
old
club
video game
nightmare.
intellectual properties,
do you remember THQ?
No.
no.
What does that even stand for?
I actually should know this. Fuck.
Toy
I know.
headquarters.
Oh god damn it!
Yes,
I was gonna.
yes,
Yes.
Toy headquarters.
All right.
So yeah, THQ proper dying was like almost a decade ago.
It was
It
not
wasn't that
long
long ago, was it?
It was not long. It was not that long ago.
It was only like 4 years ago, maybe.
It
Wait.
feels like a decade. I don't know why.
Wait, no,
I
I
feel
just
like-
read this. I just read this. What, THQ's not dead? What's happening?
No,
I'm
so-
scared.
So
they're
another
dead.
company has bought the name THQ and it become THQ Nordic, and they've been buying some of the IP that THQ had sold. So in recent news, they have recently purchased Deep Silver, which had purchased Saints Row, which is a former THQ IP. So basically, it's going back to being THQ all over again.
Except we don't know who actually works for THQ Nordic as compared to old THQ. But yeah,
I think it might be just former staff
Is
members.
this like THQ Nordic is an actual like company, or is it like the company that owns the Atari name and it's just
It's an actual company.
But it's the
Okay.
Atari situation, but it's much less confusing. So Nordic
Mhm.
already existed. When THQ went under in 2013, they purchased the rights to the name THQ and just said, we're THQ Nordic. And at the time, Jeff Gerstmann from GiantBomb.com said that this was probably part of a multi-year-long plan to just rebrand as THQ, and I think this is literally the next step in that plan.
Mm-hmm. So like at this point, they have already like most of the major IPs that they can get from THQ, minus the shit that was. Actually, no, they get a different company.
They probably are not getting what Sega has. Relic is gone, probably.
No, Relic is it's just they can't get Relic. That's
Relic is
the-
burnt to the fucking dust right now.
just making what are they? The fuck are they doing right now?
Drugs?
They're trying to remember how to make a good 40K game because apparently they forgot.
They
Damn.
better not make another
Burn.
Homefront because Homefront sucks.
Wasn't that a different company?
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I don't think that was Relic that made Homefront.
Wait. Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah,
Never
you're
Yeah,
right.
see, yeah, that's the point. Either way. So, we're getting one step closer to THQ being revived again.
No, wait.
What?
Hold on. There's a timeline here. Publisher files THQ for bankruptcy in December 2012 and
Yeah.
auctions off its studios and intellectual properties in early 2013.
Yes.
Mhm.
Kosh?
Media, which owns the Deep Silver publishing label, purchases Saints Row developer Milition and Metro property at auction.
Uh-huh.
Crytek offers to buy the Homefront property and later sells it to Koch Media. Nordic Games buys up a substantial amount of THQ, blah, blah, blah. Nordic Games acquires the THQ trademark and changes to THQ Nordic. THQ Nordic buys Koch Media Games, which includes Homefront.
Yes.
Okay.
So, there you go.
So they got something back, and then they got the other thing back.
They got Homefront now. They have
Volition.
Volition, which
Wait, did they have Volition, or did they just have the Saints Row name? But I guess in either
I think
one.
No,
they
they
just have the
have.
Saints Row.
They've purchased Volition's. No, it's not Volition. I'm thinking Deep Silver. Never mind.
Deep
I don't know
Silver,
about
yes.
Volition actually.
That means they have Metro back too, right?
If it's Deep Silver, then probably, yeah. There's a lot of stuff here. We should have gotten more into this.
What
before we tried to-
happened with the Metro?
So,
devs? With
okay,
old
so
THQ is like one of my favorite fucking
THQ
things.
Nordic does own Volition now because Volition was owned by Deep Silver, so it's
Right.
kind of
Thank you.
just a
Okay.
change.
Okay.
So, point
Okay.
being, they have Saints Row, they have Homefront, they have
Dark
Dead,
Darksiders.
Dead Island, I think. They have
Yeah,
some other
they
stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, they're coming for your shit, Ubisoft. It's got to stop putting out those rabid games. They're gonna beat them up with Johnny Gat, Mario and Johnny Gat in
Kingdom
Call of Duty.
Yep,
Yeah.
Agents of Mayhem 2 coming out now.
I
Agents
don't
of
think
Mayhem
there will
2,
ever be
starring-
Agents of Mayhem 2, not even a little bit.
starring Luigi on the Switch.
Okay, I would play that.
Yeah.
Agents of Mayhem's vs. Rabbids coming
Luigi
out.
of Mayhem.
Just
Speaking
going
of
around with a
Mayhem,
vacuum killing people.
Luigi has a balloon.
He does have a balloon.
Hey, I like to fight.
Yeah, I wanted to actually include another thing in here, but we'll just stick to the main one for now. So
Okay,
this is
I like to fight.
fight game news.
Fight game news.
Jesus Christ. We have more
What?
Gokus.
Oh, more Gokus. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted in my Goku fighting game.
So to be more specific, we have... So they had announced 2 DLC characters for the Season Pass.
For what?
Broly, Mr. Buffman.
For what game?
Oh, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah.
Fighter Z.
Yeah.
Fighters.
Fighter Z.
You have to really emphasize that Z. Anyway.
You actually are. It's supposed to be fighters, for the record. That's what they said.
I don't care what it's supposed to be, bitch.
I just been calling it Dragon Ball Z Fighter, so...
Mhm. So, again, with that leaked rosters that someone posted ages ago, this... Broly was obvious. Bardock? Eh.
Broly was always going to be there, but here's the thing. There's so many other better movie characters that they could have chosen who aren't Bardock, and they didn't. They didn't do that. They just picked another fucking Goku instead.
Yeah, like Garlic Jr.
I actually made a list the other day when I was talking about this of other movie characters who are not Bardock that they could have picked and didn't. And it was quite a long list, so let me see if I can find it while you guys talk about this.
Alright,
'cause-
but is Garlic Jr. on that list?
yes, actually.
Wait,
Okay,
are we
good.
talking... Only the one... Doesn't really matter.
Garlic
Is
Jr.
that like,
was on
is that
that
like,
list.
by the way, I've always wondered, is Garlic Jr. like just a weird translation thing, or is that legitimately his name?
Dude,
Probably
there's a
isn't
character named fucking Vegetables. And
Yeah.
another character named Radish. And another, of course.
Alright.
Like, his whole
Alright,
entourage is
anyway.
basically just a punt. Just, yeah. Punts, man.
Goku's name is Carrot.
Is that,
That's literally what it is. Yeah.
yeah, but
that's the
Garlic
whole entire
Jr.'s
point.
name is literally just Garlic Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
this
character
is
named...
how Dragon Ball Z works. That's just what it is.
I mean, there's a character named Trunks.
Oh, by the way, in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, can you have 6 Gokus fighting each other yet?
We're getting there. We're very close. Because right now we
Can
have,
you have all
Super...
Goku fight?
We have Super Saiyan Goku, we have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, we have Goku Black, or Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. And then we have Bardock. And if the DLC leak is true, we might have base form Goku. So we'll be down just one
God,
Goku.
I hope that's not true.
So
So
people
there will
have-
be even more Gokus, because there's
So
never
people
enough
have-
Gokus, right?
People have data mined in the game a bit, and they found voice clips for Cooler. Well, announcer clips for Cooler. As well as, like,
Yeah, I've heard
Bar-
of that.
as well as, like, the Vegeta armor for base form.
So for the record, that was one of the characters on my list that they could have picked instead of Bardock and didn't. Was Cooler.
What about Bobbity? You might want to play as a weird tiny wizard.
I mean, there was this fan game that actually did make him a character. He was like he was his own character. Very hard to actually play as, though. There's also the other Goku, Turles.
Yeah, that's just another Goku, so that's not a good list. Okay, here was my list. Number 1, they could have picked Cooler. Number 2, they could have picked Super Android 13. Number 3, they could have
Oh
picked
god, Trucker
Bojack.
Hatch.
They could have picked Bojack. Number 4, they could have picked Garlic Jr. That he would have been hard, admittedly. Number 5, they could have picked Janemba. Why no Janemba? Number 6, they could have picked Lord Slug.
What about
All
General
of these
Tao?
were options. I actually could have said Hachiyak too, but literally no one knows who that is.
Isn't he the fucking huge monster from, like, the very last movie?
He's
they
the
did?
dumb red guy where they bring all the ghosts of people back.
No,
and have
but
to
like
fight them.
really, why not General Tao? I want to see that.
If they're gonna do General Tao instead, there's only one other Goku I would actually care to see in this game, and it's Kid Goku. So just put Kid Goku in.
Yeah, how
because they
come
won't do
Kid
that.
Goku's not in there?
Like,
Because they aren't doing any Dragon Ball or GT characters, and they won't. That's the reason why.
GT's not real anymore.
GT is like non-canon now, and
I
they
mean,
refuse
even-
to
What
do
the
Dragon
fuck
Ball
is
characters because it's
GT?
too
I
cool.
never saw that.
yeah.
It's just a
like-
sequel series to Z.
like-
That's it.
Yeah, it's funny because even like Universe 2, there's like a thing of like they recognize the fact that GT exists. Like, oh, it's this alternate dimension to me that looks very shitty.
Yep.
Like Trunks says, just like he doesn't say it directly, but he just kind of implies that, oh, this is my crappy version from the other timeline.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, and perhaps most importantly, the trailers quote unquote, which have come out for these characters are about 8 seconds long, so they're absolutely nothing. They show you no gameplay at all. But there is a very good tweet, which we're going to include in the links, which you guys should open right now.
Oh,
Just go ahead and play that.
It's
And
just the Broly.
this is the yep.
Okay, I clicked on it.
It's
And
just
I'm hitting the button.
Make sure you get sound.
so. I've
And
only
so
affected-
that's the best part of this news, I think.
God. I think the idea
For
of
the people at home, that was the Flintstones bongo running noise,
But with Broly.
but with Broly.
There's also one where just like it's the same pose of Broly with just like the March head and like what the fuck is it called again? Oh god.
I don't know.
It's that March meme. I don't remember what it was though.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, with the Marge punching meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Bardock is cool. I will play Bardock. Are we
Remember,
doing
he's-
this last one or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking
we'll try
of fighting
we'll
for your rights as an American citizen,
How about you
To
fighting for your rights to live
party.
and not be killed dead?
also that. So
Yeah.
there was bummer alert. By the way, there was a school
Yeah,
shooting in
bummer
Florida very recently.
Mhm.
Douglas High School in what's the town name? Parkland.
Yeah, it's
Parkland,
Parkland.
yeah, I think
Yes.
that's right.
Yes.
So the kids who have survived this school shooting have made more progress on actual gun control laws in the past like 9 or 10 days than the rest of the country since Columbine in 1999.
Correct.
Yes. So
And also, on top of that, they are amazingly strong for being able to do that immediately in the wake of this huge thing.
yeah, there's no
And-
grieving time. They're just going for it. They're like, this is never happening again. Fuck you.
And better yet, they're also dunking on all of the really terrible NRA positive politicians on Twitter.
Yeah. So you guys have heard of Marco Rubio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does suck, and he sucks so hard that he said that if they ban AR-15s, they have to ban all of the guns, thinking that would be
He said, so they were having a town hall meeting, basically, that was like a debate.
yes,
And it was Marco Rubio was there, and there was a lot of people related to the Parkland stuff in the audience. And
right.
he said, basically, if we banned AR-15s, we'd have to ban every assault rifle.
And then
Which
the crowd was
was
like,
met-
"Yes, actually, that's a great fucking idea. Let's ban
Which
every
was
assault
met with
rifle."
a rousing applause of, yeah, let's do that, yeah. And then his response was, fair enough.
His face after it happened though was like fucking
Oh.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't have
It was
that video in front of me, but yes, it was very good.
Yes, there's a very good version of that using the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. That's
Yes.
pretty much perfect.
Yeah, so these kids have essentially realized being in trouble is a fake idea, especially when you were in high school, and as soon as you graduate high school, nothing that you did in high school matters anymore.
Yep.
So they have staged a walkout, which I think already
Yes.
happened.
And the reason that you mentioned that being in trouble is fake is because a lot of these schools, there was like a Texas school district, for example, basically have said, if you do walkouts or demonstrations, you will get in trouble. We'll suspend you or something.
Yeah,
I really
ooh.
Well, who
Yeah,
fucking
hey,
cares?
maybe this is just me, but like, when I was in school, if someone was like, "We're gonna suspend you if you do this," I would literally do it, so they suspend me.
You'd be like, oh, great, that means I don't have to go to school
Yeah, pretty
for 3
much.
days. That rules.
It's like, oh, I get a time off, man. Cool, thanks.
So yeah, they realized that and have been doing mass. There was actually a bunch of protests, like specifically, they all took trains to Washington, right, and did protests. I think. I saw a video
Yes.
of that. It was pretty amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
and,
they're causing
yeah.
the NRA to lose business deals, which is even more important.
Yes, so the NRA had a lot of business deals. Most of the companies that I have heard of have backed out, except for I think FedEx is still holding out, and then there's a couple others that I don't know anything about.
Fuck FedEx.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing that I noticed because I saw a tweet from Delta, that they were.
Yeah, they dropped
Pulling out?
the NRA like hot potato. Which
now
yeah.
I'm just gonna clarify right now because maybe I'm wrong, but it was Delta Airline, right?
Yeah,
Like
I would
planes.
assume so. Yeah.
like planes.
Why the fuck is a plane company like have like a sponsorship deal or whatever the fuck with a gun thing? I don't.
Don't ask
Why?
me because I don't fucking know.
Why is that?
Because the NRA is
Everywhere.
universally in control of everything in America. Yes.
Hey, did you know the NRA are just blood-sucking leeches that want to sell guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I did know
why
that.
these 17-year-old kids, in the face of tragedy, are just going fucking for it.
Because they're like, fuck this. And I
Now-
agree with them.
Here's the thing: a lot of people are like trying to say like some of these guns are used for hunting, but
Well, Not
I
assault
I
rifles.
have gone hunting before, and I know like hunting laws, like in New York, for example, you're not allowed to have more than 3 bullets loaded at any given time,
Correct.
which kind of makes a 30-round magazine pointless. And also most of those kind of assault rifles are made for target shooting, not a deer.
Yep. Well, they're
Or
not made for
anything
target
else.
shooting. They're made to kill people, and people
They're made
use
to
them
be,
for
like,
target
in a
shooting.
war.
Oh no, a lot of the ones that look
So-
like that are actually just like 22s, because most people that own things like that don't own an AR-15, because AR-15s are expensive.
They're not too expensive for a 19-year-old to purchase, apparently.
No, because when you don't plan to be living for much longer, you can just spend all your money.
Yep,
And
yep.
apparently you could just buy a gun and then walk out with it in some
Yeah,
states
uh-huh,
on the
yeah.
same fucking day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, it's a terrible tragedy, but at least there's some good coming of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So more power to them.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll
Yes.
see where this goes from here.
We should support them as best we can.
Yes, I
the
was
children-
also thinking maybe I'll watch fucking Bowling for Columbine,
Oh my god.
because I haven't seen that movie in 15 years.
On
See
a less-
how much has changed or has not changed, as the case may be.
yeah. On a less
would-
bummer note,
Wait, I would just like to say
Oh.
to the children that I'm glad you're doing a better job than everyone else.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that everything's fucked. But
yeah,
I hope we can fix it.
I also hope we can fix it.
yeah, we
because
should not.
it's
Yeah, you
listen,
can't leave
listen.
them. You can't put it all on the children. We gotta
Listen,
do our work
young-
too.
young
But
people,
yeah,
Young people, we gotta all get together. And we gotta just get rid of all the rich people. Just all of them.
okay,
Just
yes.
all
Eat
of
the
them.
rich. Yes, definitely agree.
Not
with
eat
that.
them. They're probably not tasty. Or
Well,
anything, you
Is
know,
this
just-
for?
Just get rid
Don't
of
waste-
them.
Well,
Don't waste food. You know?
Listen, kids, we have to vor the rich, alright?
That's
We
perfectly
have
good
to
food. You
get
can
rid
feed
of
them to your
Oh.
dogs or something. Anyway, on a less bummer topic,
That's that's for the furries following me. You're welcome.
What
Is
you-
that only a furry thing? I don't...
let me talk.
Oh,
Let's
What
move on.
you been gaming?
I've been gaming. You want to hear about it?
Kind,
Yeah.
no.
kind of
No,
like
we
yes
don't have
and
to.
no.
Okay, so I will try very hard not to spoil anything.
No. I think you should just do spoilers, and I should just leave because
No.
I don't for this segment of the podcast. I don't think I want
No,
to hear
because
this.
if you don't hear this, you're never going to go back and finish Route B.
All
So
right,
I
well,
finished,
you can tell me about C at least, but
Yeah,
yeah, go on.
I'm gonna tell you about Nier Automata because I have finished that game.
Okay,
Yeah, so I finished Route A and B a while ago, and
Yeah.
I've been chipping away at Route C. Finally got through it. So Route C is nuts.
so I've
I-
heard.
Yeah, I can't necessarily articulate the whole thing without a lot of spoilers, but
I know who the character you play is in Route
yes.
C.
So you play as you alternate between A2 and 9S.
yeah,
A2 is more combat focused, like 2B is.
right.
9S is 9S, so he does the hacking.
Ugh.
Even the start of Route C is kind of a spoiler shit. Let me put it this way. A2 and 9S are effectively the only two people.
Okay, in what sense is that? What do you mean by that?
They're the only two people. They're the only two. There's no one else.
What do you mean by that?
I
You mean in the route, they're the only people who have talk and have anything happen?
well, there's like Pascal and stuff, but for androids, yes.
Okay,
They're the only
and there's
two.
no, and there's
There's
no
a reason,
other.
there is a reason for that, which you
Yeah.
learn very early into the route.
Right, I think I know of that sort of.
Yes.
but yes.
So 9S is very mad at A2,
Okay.
and A2 doesn't care anything about 9S.
Well,
So a lot of Route C is A2 just like running around killing shit, and then 9S being very, very angry at A2, and then trying to figure out a way to get revenge and or figure out what the fuck's going on.
right.
And Then you
Where does this
learn-
become a crazy, interesting game?
There's no way for me to do this without spoilers, huh?
This is what I'm saying.
Shit. I'm trying really hard.
Give me like one spoiler. You can give me one spoiler, but it has to be a good one.
So, when I say that A2 and 9S are the only androids, literally all the other androids are dead. They're the only two left.
Oh, including in the spaceship, you mean?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a lot.
So, yeah, 2B dies.
Well,
And-
R.I.P. Never forget.
Yeah, and
She died
the
as she lived with a
the
fat
bunker explodes, so there's no way for 2B to come back.
movie. Right. But there's no way for 9S to come back either, or A2.
Right. So,
Man, I'm
this
sure
might
if I
not
understood
necessarily
any of
be
this-
this might not necessarily be a spoiler, but at the end of Route C, you get to pick it's A2 versus 9S, and you get to pick who you play as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then
And that
when
that
you
determines
finish
C-
that fight, that's it. It's done.
Okay, and that determines D and E, which one you do, basically. Route C
So
and
not
E.
exactly. So you finish Route C, you get a chapter select.
Okay.
So to get Route D, you go and you pick the other person that you didn't play as for the
Right,
final boss
okay.
fight.
Cool.
And then for Route E, you just watch the ending again. And then it just goes through and it just like it's a little bit crazy, but that's if
Is
seen
Route
the shoot-
E
the
just like a
shoot- the
cutscene,
shooty-
basically?
Route D is the boss fight, and then Route E is the shooty in the credits part. I don't know if you've seen that.
Okay, in sort of.
Yeah. So yeah, I am very glad I played through all of it. Route B was very much a slog, but Route C more than made up for it.
Was Route C as long as B?
It's a little shorter, I feel like.
Okay, so like 4 hours maybe.
Yeah, and it might have felt that way because you're switching back and forth between two characters
Right.
instead of just being 9S or 2B the whole time.
How much side quests did you end up doing?
Not that many.
Okay.
I did a couple, but like, the rewards were never seemed that great.
Did
Honestly,
you hang out with the boy, Emil? I think he
no.
has a side quest. Oh,
Oh, I didn't know he had a side quest. Maybe I'll go do
Yeah.
that. Now that I have a chapter
Yeah.
select, I can go back and do that.
you should consider doing that. I've heard it's good.
hmm
Okay, well, I still don't know that I'm sold, but you seem interested at least. It seems
I'm
like
telling you, it's worth it. You just have to stick through it. I don't want to spoil
Sound
it
like
for
Austin
you because it'll
Walker.
ruin it. Ugh.
Okay.
Wait, are you gonna post a 5,000 page fanfic on your website?
Hey, you ever heard a phrase about androids so bad that you're forced to immediately go to sleep?
Oh no.
Mm.
So is that all you played, basically?
Yeah, I played a little bit more of Iconoclast, but it's not enough for me to talk about. I didn't make it that far.
Icono ass.
Yeah, I didn't progress that much further through the game, so
Fair.
Ugh.
I
Okay.
have nothing new to talk about there.
What you got for me, Mark?
Ugh. I actually had time this week and last
Oh, yeah?
Oh
week.
my god, time?
I know, it's this crazy concept. I haven't really heard of it.
Yeah,
Well,
but time is like an abstract like idea,
Right.
and it's not
Yeah.
real, and nothing
Yeah.
matters, and
Yeah,
what
it's
you
just
do
shadows
with
on the
that-
wall of the cave, and if you go
I
out of
looked
the
at this
cave,
clock and it told me it was 5 o'clock. I
then
had
on
to
the
play
outside
video
of the
games.
cave is the real life, and that's where all the hot 2D waifus are. And
Yeah, outside is where the waifus are.
Yeah,
Definitely.
the waifu dimension. You know, it's like it goes like with the first dimension, the second dimension, the third
Yeah.
dimension. Then there's the waifu dimension.
okay, can we get?
Can we, can we get to the fun? Get to my point.
Yes, please go.
Okay. So I actually had time to go to my locals and do some more Pokemon stuff. But it turns
Tell
out
me
because
about it.
the first set of cards that I ordered before still have not come in, or they
Right.
did, but I wasn't sure what they're put together with at the moment.
Okay,
So I was still using the old deck I had put together about 2 weeks ago.
with the Empoleons.
No, it's a whole
Oh.
different thing.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, I did the Apollyon thing was for was the online game.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so with this kind of cobbled together deck, I was just kind of hoping for the best because my only Pokemon that actually did any real damage was took a while to set up, so I had to kind of work for it. Another problem is the end result was that it worked a couple of times, but for everything else, I pretty much either bricked or I got washed out.
Woof.
Because right now the Pokemon meta and the TCG is all related to GX cards, which if you aren't familiar, they are just basically just souped up versions of regular Pokemon.
Okay.
And most of them are basics, which means you can play them without having to actually evolve anything or anyone.
Gotcha.
And right now the meta currently evolves around Zoroark GX, which lets you discard one card for 2 from your deck. In case you need to get more Pokemon or something like that, you can always just keep doing that.
Right.
And the other one, I can't remember. Let's see, who else did I face? Actually, that's all I faced, because my Pokemon deck is very weak against Darks, so I can't really deal with that. And the other one I'm noticing more recently is Buzzwole, to counter the Zoroark.
What? I'm sorry?
Buzzwole is the giant mosquito from,
Okay.
from Sun and Moon.
Oh, Buzzswole. Yeah. And so the meta is just too fast for your deck and they're bodying you?
Yeah. So I ordered a couple. So right now I have 2 decks prepared now. I have a steel deck to set up Dark Mane Neuros. I can never pronounce the freaking name. It's the mascot Pokemon for Ultra Moon or Ultra Sun. And right now I'm trying to write a Magnezone, which lets me put as much energy onto any Pokemon that uses Steel, which is really handy. Yeah, I'm trying to put together a second deck because I actually ended up pulling up another legendary card that could be useful. But I was trying to figure that out. And
so this is just like casual locals, right? That you're going to. It's not like a tournament.
Well, they do have. This state tomorrow actually, they're actually doing like a regional event thing.
Oh, okay. So
I probably won't do
good.
But
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just want to go and try to figure out what I can do with what I have.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So right now, as of like what's today, 24th? As of the 23rd, I ordered about 70 cards. But most of them are like energies, which I'll explain. So I'm trying to put together 2 decks. One is a muck deck to counter the GX cards. I showed this to Miko the other night. So one of the cards I ordered was a Hoopa, whose ability is specifically to not take any damage from GX or EX monsters.
Yeah, I saw that actually in chat.
So as long as it's my active Pokemon, they can't touch me.
Right.
And the whole point of Muck is like that whole deck is just built to do status effects. I'm trying to set up poison, paralysis, burnt to stack up damage.
Mm-hmm.
And one of Muck's attacks does 10 damage, but it was plus 90 per status effect.
Oh, so you could do like 100 and
a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, a lot. I see.
Mm-hmm. So that's that one. And the other deck I'm putting together, which I don't think will be tournament viable, but it's what I call it's a meme deck because the whole point of it is to just set up Duck Trios.
Yeah, I love Doug Trio.
So
it's like 3 little penises under the ground.
Yeah. So this is the Elosion Duck Trio, the one of the fabulous Duck Trio. So Duck Trio, the new one that came out in the current expansion, has an attack called Gold Rush, which, depending on how many metal energy you discard from your hand, will do 30 times the amount you discard.
So if your whole hand is metal energies, then you just do a shitload of damage, basically.
Yep. So the idea right now is to stack up with energies. I have about 20 energies in my deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a stadium card called Macaronet, which lets me pull 2 from my discard pile to my hand.
Oh, okay.
And I ordered some Starmies, which will let me discard 1 card from my hand to pull 2 more energies.
Oh my god.
Basically, just stack up energies in my hand and just burn them. And then just do a shit ton of damage. The problem is though is that it takes a while to set up. So
yeah,
if
you have to get a handful first.
Uh-huh. And if they stop you from actually evolving your Diglets,
then you just lose.
Mm-hmm. So again, this is why it's called the meme deck, because it takes a while to set up and it's not very reliable.
It's a pretty good meme though.
If you fucking actually run it and destroy someone with it, then it's fucking good.
Cool. How is Bayo 1 on the Switch?
Alright, pretty good. I didn't realize for a while, because I haven't played Bayo 1 or 2 in God knows how long.
I haven't played Bayo 1 in so long.
That the R trigger, or the R bump, the R button is lock on.
Uh-huh.
And I'm always used to it being like for the L2, or in this case ZL.
Right.
So that threw me off for a little bit. But aside from that, it's Bayonetta. Feels pretty
It
good.
runs well, plays good, etc. Looks good.
Yeah. Though what
Nice.
threw me off is that it has touch. If you're playing in handheld mode, you
Mm-hmm.
can actually play the game with just the touchscreen.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
weird, because I don't think even the Wii U had that, right?
Do you mean like you click on the enemies and then you hit them?
You kind of do like you tap, you do gestures, and it'll recognize it as like stuff.
Dude, I don't like that at all. That's
That
weird.
sounds weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's what threw me off. Like, I kind of want to try out of curiosity, but I used the Pro Controller to play Bayo.
Yeah, good choice.
Mhm.
So that's what's good on my hands.
And what else did you play?
I played some Metal Gear Survive, but we'll talk
Well,
about that when you do it.
Yeah.
And I also played some Call of Duty.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Did I?
Yeah,
But what did you say?
I played the Call of Duty.
What? Which
Fucking
one?
The new one.
World War II.
Yeah, because it turns out on Steam, all the other ones had like 20 players or less.
But
Except
why
for-
did you do it?
I wanted just something just to play every now and then. And I saw it on New Air for like $30. So I grabbed it.
So which Call of Duty games have players that aren't this new one?
Black Ops 3 still has people
Mhm.
playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other one was...
Not the Modern Warfare remake? Doesn't have people
No,
playing
that has
still?
when I checked that was like near the bottom of the list.
Damn, that sucks because that's probably the only good one that I would consider playing.
Yeah, I mean, I like Black Ops 3. I have it on PS4 because it came with the system. But I cannot play those games on a controller anymore. Feels
Yeah, that's
rough.
because playing shooters on PC is better.
It's more the fact
than
that playing
always.
a very like fast-paced shooter like Call of Duty with a controller just feels
I
really
need a
awful.
mouse to click.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got it for like half price, standard RSAP, whatever, MSRP. Messing around with it a bit, having fun. And just right now, I kind of bought it at a good time because right now they're having a free weekend.
Hell yeah.
And what are your thoughts overall?
It's
Having
Call of
played
Duty.
It's just again.
I mean, it feels alright. I've been playing a little bit of Prop Hunt the other night.
Oh yeah, I forgot they added that.
It's just called Prop Hunt, like no fancy name or anything.
What about the bad loot box stuff? How's that?
For like a day or two, I kind of realized it wasn't even in the game. I couldn't find the option. It's just hidden. It's just you can't find it. And then I found it, and I just kind of opened the things I just got, and then I just kind of forgot about it.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
Like it's there, but I don't notice it half the time.
Not as blatant. That's good.
No, like literally, when you're on like your character like option screen when you load out stuff, it's literally just in the corner. It just says like crates, and then hit E, and that's it.
But how do you get new items in the game? Leveling up or by opening these boxes?
You level up.
Okay.
So the game you have 5 different classes to pick with. You have to run different like gun stuff.
Right.
And the more you use that same weapon or that same class, you will unlock more guns.
Okay.
As well as like different, the usual stuff.
Right.
Into a Call of Duty game. All the things the crates are mostly just cosmetic.
Nice.
I have not found anything that's even like, oh, you got a new gun or you got a new thing.
Oh, that's better than I would expect from them.
Mm-hmm. Like nothing that really sticks out to me that says like, here, you must pay this much and you get this. For now, like
Hey,
to be honest, like remember how I guess in a quick look they showcased this whole like different like open wide field. I have not touched that. I just been in the menu.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Hey.
It's fun. So, your week.
Hey.
But do
Hey.
you feel like a real gamer yet?
No. Hey.
If I touch Mountain Dew, I want someone to shoot me.
Hey.
Hey.
I played Metal Gear Survive too.
So
I
you
think
play
I
longer
was,
than I have.
was I the first one that got bought this game? I think I
And-
was.
In the Discord, you were the first one. I bought the next day.
Okay, so I made a decision, which was that I was like, I need to know what this game is, and also I was like, I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood for one of these weird like tower defense. Well, I guess not really tower, horde defensey type. I could live with that right now.
Or defense survival.
Yeah, so I picked it up. So to describe what this game is like I guess when we say horde defense is probably the closest you could get, but picture like one of those types of games, but in the Metal Gear engine, right? The Metal Gear Solid 5 engine specifically. Um, but there's also, as you said, like the survival aspects of it. So you have to constantly be drinking water and eating food in order to have health and stamina, because otherwise they like don't recover, and you don't have a lot of them. And you have to like collect materials to get upgrades and etc. And it's very like low tech, at least to begin with. So like you don't start with guns. You start by like having a big shitty metal spear. And the main enemies are not, at least so far as I've played, not humans yet. They're all just zombies.
Well, they're called wanderers in game, but yeah.
I mean,
Think
they're
of
zombies though.
Yeah. Think of them as like the real spooky dudes from 5 whenever the skulls show up, but they actually are very aggressive.
Right, but they move slowly, and they have crystals for heads, which are Kuban. I think that's how you pronounce it. Crystals, and you break them, and that is basically your XP. Sort of, it's both your currency and your XP. It's kind of like Souls in Dark Souls games, where it's a currency and an XP.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, how to, I guess what I would say is I've played, I think, like 4 hours of it so far. It's like a 6.5 out of 10 game. So that might sound bad.
Going...
And it kind of is. Like it's sort of it's janky in a lot of places. It runs well. I haven't had any problems with the netcode stuff yet on my end, which I've heard a lot of people had problems with that stuff on PS4 and Xmon.
If you don't know about that, it launched on PS4 without the day one patch. So when you started the game,
you just couldn't play
it said needs update, and then it said no update available, which is always good.
That's not
quality video gaming.
That's actually not even what I'm talking about, though. Like, I know, for example, a lot of Xbone players had stuff where they would disconnect from the servers, and that game is an online-only game, so if you disconnect from the servers, guess what? Bam, you're kicked out. And it doesn't autosave that often, so people lost progress and stuff like that to that sort of thing. Which is bad. That's a very bad thing to happen in a 2018
It seems like
game.
Xbone players always seem to get the shaft of these kind of games for some reason.
I guess. I heard the PS4 version wasn't much better, though. But,
Right. Go on.
So, yeah, the PC version, which is the version I have, seems okay in those regards. I haven't had any of that stuff happen to me yet. But I also haven't played the multiplayer yet, so I don't really know how good or bad that is. And the single player is not... I think the multiplayer is basically just sort of a base defense type thing.
Well, they did announce they're going to add some more like modes for co-op whenever that comes out next month. So,
but as of right now, if you play the game right now, I'm pretty sure it's basically just a sort of horde mode base defense type thing.
Right.
Whereas the single player is more of like wandering around, collecting stuff, and then occasional defense portions, and a lot of just like going to a place and getting an item and leaving, sort of.
You are progressing the story though, like you're just wondering what the fuck
is
going on.
So there is a story in this game, but I'm gonna be totally honest. I have been skipping cutscenes because I don't really care. I don't think that there's anything they could possibly say to me that could make me care about the story in this game, but I do know a little bit about it. So what I do know is this story is sort of like someone asked the question, how come in Metal Gear Solid 5 they have those wormhole devices, and what do they do? And the basic answer is, if you go through the wormhole device, you get sent to a hell world with zombies that have crystals in their brains.
It's called Dite.
Yeah,
it's kind of hot.
Yeah. And so, I don't remember what the name of the thing is called, but a research group basically they have the power and figure out they can send a guy over, and they're like, go over there and figure it out, do something.
I think was because I remember like he started with a G. And the thing he used was diggers. Like I kind of was paying attention. Like I think at this point I've been spoiled on the ending, so I kind of know what the hell is going on a little bit. Hey, cat.
But
But
yeah, I don't remember why they send you your character over to do stuff, but they do.
they wanted you to find documents that the old team lost because they're all dead.
Oh, that's right. They had another team in there.
Because right now the
and-
gimmick is that you're also infected with the stuff.
Right. So you get infected, and they're like, "Well, go in, and if you figure out the documents, maybe you can be cured and live."
Because the idea is that
So-
because the wormhole happened, your arm got caught in the hole when it closed, so you got chopped off, and then
Oh,
it
great.
just miraculously it just grew back.
And the thing that
Piccolo.
they're worried about is that these zombies will come through the wormhole and kill everyone. So that's
Mhm.
why you're doing this. So
But
I don't
speaking
know.
of-
It's a
Mhm.
weird plot. Um,
I just kind of see where the hell everything kind of leads because they apparently did hire some of the Silent Hill artists for like the monster designs. Spoilers, are actually monsters in this game.
uh-huh.
So there are some fucked up things in that world.
I've seen some of them, and I will say, design-wise, they are not great. Like a lot of there's one that literally just looks exactly like a xenomorph. So good job copying a xenomorph, guys.
I mean, that's a
Beautiful.
tradition. That's just a culture tradition.
but
But anyway,
I don't know, it's weird.
There is a race somewhere in that game. I've seen footage.
but it's not terrible. I don't hate it, and I'm probably gonna play more. And also, it is only $40, at least on PC. I don't remember if it's. I think it is on.
I think so. Let me check the
Xbox or
GameStop.
PS4. So, it's kind of like a weird, interesting budget title. I'm interested to see where it goes, and I'm definitely want to play multiplayer.
Yeah,
Alright.
same here. Also, yeah, it is $40 on
But
systems.
I have a counterpoint. Konami sucks, and
Yeah.
fuck
True.
them, and I don't want to give them money.
Yeah,
Then
you're
you
not
don't
wrong.
have
there
to.
you go.
You could pirate it probably.
Don't.
But let's stop talking about Konami because, as you said, they suck.
I do want to say one thing about the
Okay.
Wanderers, though.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I haven't really ever played a game of full screen, and with like the sound turned up, and really the sounds the fucking Wanderers make actually do creep me out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're zombies for sure.
Yeah, but the freaking noises they have to make, like that entire first area actually did freak me out because when I was trying to actually do the first part with the gun, my controller died on me or desynced.
Oh no.
So I was just like standing there getting just dying. So the second time, I also forgot how to run in Metal Gear Solid 5. So I was just kind of walking my way through all these zombies, just like, oh fuck. So I don't want to.
I would find them scarier if they actually moved at any reasonable clip, but they walk like old movie zombies where they're just super slow and shitty, so I have not been very frightened of them. Also because so far it seems like it's an extremely effective strategy for all of them to just put a fence in front of yourself, and then even if they could walk around the fence, they won't. They'll just hit the fence, and then you stab them through the fence. So,
So
Man, that sounds like a fun, just well-designed game, man.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
if they're all around here, then it becomes more of a problem. Depends. Because right now we're still early game.
Yeah.
It just seems like a really just like shallow, mediocre cash in to try
It's
and
definitely
fucking
a-
make money.
It's definitely a cash in on assets and the name Metal Gear, but I don't know. It's kind of okay.
Like, they
It's not so
literally
bad.
could have just called it something else, but they were like, yo, but what if we try and just get money
Yeah, but
from this?
no one would have bought it if they named it something
Mhm.
else. So that's why they
Like
did that.
people keep saying that, like, what do they call it something else? And like, no one will fucking buy it.
Yeah,
So,
there's
here
no
we are.
other franchise Konami has that's a horror thing, right? They
No,
couldn't
I don't
have
think
based
so.
it on anything else.
Definitely not.
No,
And if they did
and-
that, it would have pissed off more people.
No,
They have Metal Gear and pachinko machines.
no. Are you
And
thinking
the
the Dead
pachinko-
Space? Because I'm pretty sure that's EA.
And the
Oh,
pachinko
no.
machines are Metal Gear. So
No,
you
wait.
know.
What's Dead Space? That's not a thing that exists anymore, man.
That's
What are you talking
the one.
about?
That's the one from space with the
Oh
man
no,
in space.
that's dead though. That you can't
Yeah,
talk about that.
It's that's
anymore.
in the
Yeah.
name. It's in the name. It's space. It's in space, and it's also
Hey,
dead.
if you guys want to talk about true nightmares, let me tell you about a different game I've been playing. It's called Street Fighter V AE, and not only is that game itself a nightmare, but they added an even worse nightmare to it. His name is Blanca.
Tell me about
And-
Blanca-chan.
And if you ever want to have PTSD, you should play against my Blanca because I'll give it to you.
You never gave me that Blanca, by the way.
I'll give it to you. And hey,
That
guess
sounds dirty, and I don't like it.
what? I played him a bunch, and he seems pretty dumb.
I mean,
Is he top? Is he top tier? Probably not. But
Nah.
he has some stuff like, for example, his electricity is very plus on block. So if they block that, you just get free mix-ups on them. And he has really good Oki off of electricity on knockdown, and his new V triggers, which obviously he never had before. One of them is just kind of like all his moves get enhanced, and that one's pretty good. But his other one is very interesting, which is that basically anytime you do any Blanca ball, so you can do the up one, the arcing one, or the straight across horizontal one. When you hit with it or they block it, you can then cancel it into another ball that goes in any direction you want, any eight-way direction that you feel like.
You just want spinning until you can't spin no more.
So what this means, so sort of, it's not infinite, because if you whiff, for example, like if your ball ends on a whiff, you can't do it again. But this allows for some very stupid shit, like, for example, I'm full screen from you, and I do a Blanca ball, and you block it, and normally you'd be able to punish me very hard. In fact, it's really easy to punish Blanca balls in that game, except for jab ball, and I still think most of the cast has a relatively easy punish to jab ball. So, but I do that, and what happens is you block it, and then I press down forward and V trigger, and I Blanca ball through you after you block the first one, and then I'm behind you, and also I'm plus frames, so anything I do, you have to respect, or you just get hit. So, that's pretty good for Blanca, because he's never had a tool like that to just get free pressure and get in. And you can do weird, dumb air combos with it, like John Talbane from Darkstalkers. So, he's pretty cool, and his costume is very silly.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think it's a story mode costume, right?
It's a story mode costume. It's Blanca-chan.
If you look it up on the internet, you'll find pictures of story mode Blanca.
It's like it's a plushy version of Blanca.
Yeah, picture just a giant Blanca plush, but he is the plush, and he jumps, and he looks very dumb, and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, I just want to say, I started recently streaming a game that I've never played before, that came out on PC recently. I don't remember if I talked about this in the last podcast.
You didn't.
Nah, because by the time you actually started doing this, it was like early this week.
Oh, you just cut out, by the way.
Oh, fuck.
But the thing that I started streaming is Final Fantasy 12, because I've never played that game before. And, hey, that game is weird, but I will say I like the story a lot so far. I think it's really good. The thing that I don't like so much is that the dungeons are gigantic hallways. And that's basically
are
it.
they?
A lot of skeleton-filled gigantic hallways.
A lot of lasers that send waves of dudes after you? Kinda sucks.
Lasers, traps that are completely unavoidable because you can't control where your party walks. So even if you see them with Libra, you can walk around them, but then your party will step on them, and you all get hit by the trap anyway. So that's fun. There's so much stuff in that game, and so many mechanics and crazy shit. I'm still not used to like the whole license board, there we go, system. But I'm beginning to understand it, and yeah, I'm having fun. I like the characters a lot. So far, Balthier is super cool. He's basically Han Solo. Fran appears to only exist for exposition so far, so I don't really love her. Van is kind of a prick, but he's funny, I guess, because he's like a dumb kid, and he's supposed to be the relatable character who gets told all the information so you know what's going on. Ash is cool. She's very princessy, tough type. Bosch von Rosenberg of Dalmasca. There we go. I think I got that right. He is like a big tough boy, and he's cool. I don't know. I gave him a katana. I did already, in my experience of streaming it, get to the infamously dumb scene in which you are playing as Van and you have to run around the streets shouting that you're Bosch at people, and it was very funny. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely gonna keep streaming it. If you're interested, Twitch TV at Rick Rolls Royce. I've been streaming it like once a week randomly, so you might not catch it live, but it'll be
You
up
might
there.
find it online.
Yeah,
I believe in you. You can
and
do
that's
it.
what I've been playing.
Are you to go for that stupid weapon that can only pop up once?
Nope, I'm not gonna do any of that shit. I'm gonna just beat the game.
Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of beating games,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I picked a game that's impossible to beat.
Why is that?
Hi. Todd Howard has kidnapped me again, and I can't get out.
Oh,
Oh no.
he locked you in his dirty
Please.
Skyrim basement?
Please help. No, not Skyrim, Oblivion.
Oh, why?
That's what I keep asking myself every night while I cry myself to sleep.
There's many other games that aren't made by Todd Howard.
Yes, there are. But I have
Like
to just
Battleborn.
play a thing that works. That I have like an urge. I have an urge to play like a specific kind of game. Really, I want to play Stalker, but that doesn't run great the way I have it.
Why? Stalker should run better than Oblivion, shouldn't it?
Not some of the mods, my dude.
Well,
And
stop.
also,
Uninstall the mods. Get the mods out.
why would I want to play base Stalker again?
You don't.
Because it
I'm
run
saying
good?
get the mods that are making it run like garbage out, and then play that version.
It's the whole thing. That's the problem.
What do you mean the whole thing? That's
It's not like that's not how Stalker mods work, my dude. You can't just like put one in. It's pretty much like the whole.
I bet you
game.
can. I bet you can definitely do that.
I bet you can.
It's
But most of them are like compilations and like shit like that, man.
there's
I
no
bet you
Nexus
can do
mod
that.
manager for Stalker,
But
Yet.
basically.
but well, you say that like it helps me, but so Oblivion is a video game,
No.
and
That's technically correct.
let me tell you about my experience this time.
Oblivion
so-
is the place that Todd Howard
When I
lives.
opened it, I started my character that I hadn't touched in a while, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just in the middle of the woods. And then I stopped playing that character, and I was like, I'll make a new character, because that's what I do.
Oh, I love the
um,
sewers.
And then I got like 20 hours in and realized, one of these mods is broken to fuck.
Like, what does that
You
mean,
didn't
though?
notice
How
it
did...
before?
That means
Why
I
did
have
it-
to restart again.
No,
because
one,
it's
why?
broken.
And two, why did it take 20 hours for you to realize this?
Because it was a music mod that let me like add music to the game, so there's more than like 12 tracks that I
Uh-huh.
have to fucking listen to.
But what was the problem?
It stopped working
Oh, so you
randomly,
just stopped having music?
and I tried to fix it, and I made it worse.
Oh!
Oh.
And I didn't notice I made it worse until like 5 hours later. And that's
Okay.
when
Now
I was
you're
around
starting
like
a
20.
new character.
And then I started over. And so far it works. There's like a few question marks in there somewhere.
Yeah, you sound real confident about your
It works.
video game.
I've
that you're
noticed
playing.
people standing up in beds while they're sleeping and shit, but you
That's
know.
fine.
Oh,
that's-
regular Oblivion did that. Don't worry
That's
about
not.
it.
No, I feel like it's not supposed to happen that much, though.
I played that game when it came out on the PC, and I can assure you it happened all the
For
fucking
the most
time.
part, I haven't been crashing too much. A few, like, random crashes now and then, but, like, again, I don't know if that's the mods or just Oblivion. That's the fun of it. I don't
think-
know.
I think Maggie might secretly be Todd Howard. And trying to get us to play Oblivion again on the podcast.
Why
listen,
play Oblivion? We could play this new hot game called
if you're gonna
Skyrim.
play Oblivion, you're gonna play Oblivion. I can't convince you to, because all I can say is it's not a good video game, but I can't stop playing it sometimes. It's pretty much because, like, I can't think of a single other game that is like a Bethesda RPG, but good. You know, they're all, like, different enough where it's not the same thing.
What about New Vegas?
New Vegas is also broken to fuck.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
also
a good one.
one, and it's a Bethesda RPG.
Right, and the last time I played it, I got to like Old World Blues, and it was crashing like every 5 minutes, and I was
Yeah,
like,
but that's
"Well,
because you modded it.
I have fucked this." That's my favorite thing. I always
You
find
just
out
said
I broke
Oblivion
it.
got modded, and then it was crashing. So what's the difference?
Listen, it's not. It's all the same engine. That's my point.
Ah,
That's
I
why it's
see.
all bad. It's literally been the same engine since Morrowind.
Okay, Todd
I can't-
Howard.
I'm not convincing you to play it.
Alright,
I'm
well,
telling you not to.
Todd Howard. So, did we get emails, Todd Howard?
Oh
No.
What
wait,
happened?
wait. I'm pretty sure there
so-
was another game that I played,
No, I don't think so.
but like,
It's not on here,
here's
so
the
it can't be
problem.
true.
No, here's the problem. I'm almost fucking positive I played something besides fucking Oblivion, but I can't remember because Oblivion has destroyed me.
Well, that's the thing is, Skyrim is a lot like Oblivion, so you probably got the two mixed up, Todd.
No,
probably
when I
played
get
some
the
Skyrim,
new computer,
too.
I'm gonna mod Skyrim and play that.
Oh, good.
That's what I'm gonna wait for.
I can't wait to
Literally,
hear about
I'm not
that.
fucking around. I'm gonna wait for that.
Hey, Alex, did we get any
Hey.
emails at all?
So
We
Save
have
me.
no new emails, but I can't keep this open forever, so we're just gonna do emails.
Okay, we only have
Yeah.
2 people, because only 2 people know anything about 2008, apparently, so what's yours?
Okay, so
Oh, no, I got
I'm gonna go
something,
to
don't
the
worry.
emails first. It's emails. Well, then type it in the document so I can look at it.
Oh no, it's a surprise.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to the
By
emails.
surprise, I mean I just thought of it like 30 minutes ago.
Okay, good. I'm proud of you. Our first email comes in from Concordat, who sometimes is on this podcast, maybe, sometimes.
Yeah, his name's Andy.
He actually sent me 2, but I don't want to be here forever, so I'm only going to read the one.
Hey, good choice.
Yeah. To the motherfucker whom this concerns. After reviewing movies and video games released in 2008, a year I barely remember, I've determined that the best thing to come out of that year was the hit fan fiction Half-Life Full Life Consequences.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
he's
in
right.
retrospect, Obama kinda sucked, Bernie 2020. With love, the one guy who responds to these questions, Andy.
He's right. Half-Life Full Life Consequences is great.
Yes, and actually, seeing that it was the anniversary of the 10-year anniversary of Half-Life Full Life Consequences is kind of what gave me the idea for this. So,
If you
Yeah.
haven't read that, go read it literally right now. Stop listening to this and go read it and then come back and listen to the rest of this.
yes, his second email was him listing a lot of shit from 2008. And that's a lot of shit,
That's
so I'm not
too
reading
much
that.
shit. I'm sorry.
Okay, our second email comes in from Pidman, who says, "My roommate was a fan of N+. I definitely played Brawl. GTA 4.
Brawl and GTA 4 came out in the same year, and that year was 2008?
I think GTA
Yeah.
4 might have come out holiday 2007.
Okay.
So most people probably played it in 2008. But
Came
yeah,
out in
Brawl definitely was
2008.
2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of
intense.
fun going through MGS4 at a roommate's house.
MGS4
Oh,
also came out in 2008?
I think so. I don't know.
Damn.
Video games have changed.
Look, I don't have every
No, they haven't.
release date in front of me. Our household still has an Alone in the Dark figurine because this is before we learned special editions sucked. Raw fudge.
War has changed, but video games have.
How about that giant bomb endurance run of 2008 Luminary Persona 4?
Oh,
Let me just go watch all 111 episodes of that, or however many fucking episodes it
and
was.
it still beats the Chrono Trigger one.
It's also List Braid. This.
I forgot they even did Chrono Trigger.
Holy shit, they were still
Look.
making Spy Fox games. Oh my god, Spore is so 100%. I want to play this game again. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Maybe the creator.
No.
Oh wait,
we're-
that's what I'm gonna do when I get the new computer. I'm gonna boot up Spore and
Oh,
I'm
good,
gonna
you
really
can-
test that out.
Yeah, you can install a root virus on your computer.
Yeah. World of Goo, Saints Row 2,
World of Goo, Saints Row
Fable
2,
2.
and other things that rhyme with that.
Chrono Trigger on the DS.
Oh, Fable 2 came out then? Damn, Fable 2 was good. Shots fired.
Mhm.
People will say that game sucks, but I thought it was okay. Fable
Yeah,
3 was
so
a
that
bad one.
Yeah, I tried to clean up this email a little bit to kind of condense it. So, and then we have one more email which comes in from Great Joe, who seems like this one's kind of serious at least.
Mm.
Yeah. Hi there, it's been a bit. Yeah, I'm not here to spam anybody. 2008 is a year I hold near and dear to my heart. A lot of changes for the better in my life. Looking back, though, on a much larger scale, what I love most about 2008 is the music. Amy Winehouse. She's got 5 Grammys in 2008 and had actual fantastic R&B on the radio, in complete contrast to the white boy wank that played the airwaves through most of the naughty. I'm assuming that means 90s?
Yes.
Okay. It finally seemed like popular music was on the way up. And keep in mind that Skrillex didn't become massively popular until about 2 years later. Wow, shots fired. Other than that, October in 2008 saw the very start of the pots and pans revolution here in Iceland. I don't actually know what that is.
Me either.
I meant to look it up and then totally didn't have time.
Well, I mean, today I learned, so.
Yeah. What nobody told you about that, we threw out our government for mismanaging any reaction that could have been had to the recession.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's it for the folks at home. Well, that's it. If the folks at home listen to this whole thing, I recommend after this podcast is done to put on Elbows, Grounds for Divorce, sit back and let those guitars take them to that differently turbulent time from Great Joe.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
mine's related to that, so I'm going to say mine real quick.
Yeah, do it.
I also could only remember literally one thing from the year 2008, like Concordat's original email, and that is an album that I used to listen to literally nonstop in high school, the year it came out. So, if you've heard of them, Cold War Kids are like a sort of, I don't know that I have a good word for them. They're like kind of an indie rock band, I guess you could say. Sort of like ambient rock, if that makes sense at all. And their first album came out, I think, in like 2004 or something. And then they kind of were on like hiatus for a few years. And then, they were like touring and stuff, but they didn't put out anything new until 2008, in which they put out Loyalty to Loyalty, which is a really good, I'm a depressed teenager and I need to listen to sad music, but it's also rock music album. And I think I probably listened to that whole album like 200 plus times over the course of like 2 years. So I just know that entire album basically. And anytime that I hear the songs from it now, it takes me back instantly to 2008 in kind of a bad way, but I still like it. Mexican Dogs is a really good song, and yeah, go listen to that. Cold War Kids, Loyalty to Loyalty. And
All
that's
right.
mine.
So, nobody else filled out the document, so I'm going to go next.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
No.
Have you ever heard of Natural Ketchup?
Yes.
Okay, good, because that's the video that we're going to watch together as a family. It's the video that I have been referencing pretty much every week of my life since I first saw it in, like, 2011. So, this thing from 2008 is the Tally Hall Internet Show. And if you don't know who Tally Hall are, let me ask you, do you know about the Shia LaBeouf Actual Cannibal video?
Yes.
This is the band that Rob Cantor was in before that. So, yeah. And they were also kind of a sketch comedy troupe in like a weird way. And they had to promote their second album in 2008. They got their record label to pay for them to make 6 like 23-minute episodes of just fucking weird sketch comedy, and it's fucking fantastic. And that's where Natural Ketchup comes from.
And that's
yes.
So Natural Ketchup comes from Tally Hall.
Yes. And a few years ago, they finally got the rights back to post the Tally Hall Internet Show in its entirety up on Vimeo, so you can actually like finally watch it.
Nice. Is it funny?
It's so good. Oh my god, dude. Like when me and Toddy just reference Natural Ketchup at each other, like it's like second nature. Like this is why.
Okay.
I will tell you that one of the episodes is they're like, we have some extra money from the internet show, so we're gonna go find Mary Kate and Ashley.
Oh,
and then it devolves. No, the van breaks down in the woods and it devolves into a horror thing. It's fucking amazing.
And now they haven't posted a new video in 6 years, so.
Yes, because they graduated college and now live all over the country. So Like, they're all doing different music stuff. Rob Cantor, I think, is probably the most successful out of them, but, you know.
Rest in peace, sketch comedy, never forget.
Yeah.
And that's everything that ever happened in 2008.
So do you guys remember 2008, man?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
do
last
now.
week we talked about Eevee Party 2, which was in 2008, so...
Do you guys also remember a little thing called Crank Yankers?
Oh, God.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Technically,
answer
that
this question.
ended in 27, but...
That
27?
That ended
Yeah,
in the
the
year
year
27.
Yes,
Yeah.
27. The whole
Okay.
year 27 of the Crank Yankers.
If you're telling me this ended in 2007, then that would mean that this is not a 2008 thing.
Alright, first off, I thought it was 2008 and before, but good news, I have found a better one that is
good.
actually from 2008. Now, this is gonna
Uh-huh.
genuinely sound like I'm fucking with you, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Tell me.
You know what came out in 2008?
No, that's why we're waiting.
It's a little, it's a little game called Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah, that sounds.
Oh, shit,
about
you're right. You're right, I fucking hate Fallout 3.
I knew
No.
that you were Todd Howard.
Now, I only know that because I literally just looked at the
Because
store
you
page
literally
'cause
made
you
that
said
game
Fallout New
because you're
Vegas.
Todd Howard.
You said Fallout New Vegas, so I was looking at the store page and I was like, oh shit, when did that come out? And I saw that. And
Not 2008, that's for sure.
one, I love how on the store page it just says Fallout 3 is not optimized for Windows 7 or later. But it really should just stop at the word optimized.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
be
boy, yeah.
honest.
For real.
And two, seriously, I played Fallout 3 on the PS3, which,
Oh, that was a bad place to play it.
bitch, what do you want from my life? I was a child.
I know. I'm just saying though. You picked the worst one, Todd Howard.
I had the
thought
Game
you
of the
would pick a
Year
good one.
edition. Now here's the thing with the Game of the Year edition on the PlayStation 3. When you get to about 90 hours in, it literally starts freezing like more and more and more until it freezes like every like fucking minute
Nice.
Oh, good.
once you load, so it basically becomes unplayable. And it's
That's
basically just like you
ridiculous.
have, once you start the DLC, you have a time limit. Which is just great. It's like they just shoved it all on one disc and didn't make sure it worked beforehand.
How do you clear RAM? I've never heard of
I'm
that
Todd
before.
Howard. I don't playtest video games. What do you mean? How do you do that? I don't understand the concept.
I
But
knew you were Todd Howard.
on a positive note, Fallout 3 was the first Fallout game I ever played. And it made me get Fallout 1 and 2. And I can honestly say Fallout 1 and 2 are better games than Fallout 3.
Fallout 2, yes, I will say.
I like
1,
Fallout 1.
I don't
it's
like
a bit
Fallout
janky,
1
but
very
it's
much.
still fucking like better than just like go find your dad. Yeah.
Fallout 2 is good though.
I like Fallout 2 a lot.
I like. What's our new topic?
Well, if everybody would say their thing.
What do you
What?
mean?
Game Bun.
What
Oh.
are we saying? What?
You
I
guys
don't
have one.
I don't have one because I can't really think of one. The one Conquer
Okay,
I
I
mentioned,
guess-
Half-Life, was the one I was thinking of, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put it on the docket.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll do it for you. Hey, does anyone remember Crank Yankers?
No.
Okay,
No
well,
one remembers
that's
Crank Yankers.
that's emails. I don't have a new topic because I need to rethink how we are doing emails.
Yeah,
because
we're
I
gonna-
can't.
Yeah.
I can't go 2 months and only get 4 emails. This is not
Well,
working.
it's also
let
has to do
us
with bad
email us and
ending,
let us
so-
know what your favorite Crank Yankers sketch is, and
Yeah.
we'll talk.
Hey,
about
everybody,
it.
pester Mike on the internet to edit faster.
Oh
Thanks.
no! Fuck!
That's
Why
okay.
did I
Nobody's
give out-
listening. Nobody's
Yeah.
listening, so you're gonna
All
get.
of China
me
is gonna
saying,
at
"Hey,
my
edit
Twitter
me."
account. Fortunately, China can't access Twitter, so I should be okay.
Yeah.
China don't care.
This is
That's what they say. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna rethink the emails, and they're gonna come back at a later date. I don't know.
Yeah, what is your favorite Matt TV episode? The topic.
I've never
What?
ever seen an
No.
episode of anything.
No, not a new topic. We're not doing a new topic.
Now here's
Okay,
a hot
then.
topic.
Internet.
The new topic is, what do you want the new topic to be?
No.
Hey, you could have brought up Mad TV episodes from 2008 if you
I-
wanted.
No, fucking
think
help me. I need to end this podcast.
Let's end this. This is going for the
You know,
last.
Keenan
new
and Kel are
topic is
getting
how
back
do we-
together.
How do we end this podcast? That's the new topic.
Here's the trick: we don't. Anyway, what's the weirdest thing on the internet?
I don't know. What
You
is?
saw-
Tell me.
What does this
Oh,
think
you
about
want me to go
birds?
first?
Go.
Yeah, you're the first
Okay.
one on there.
All right, so
Wait, we didn't
Incel.
say a clever name that is snappy and will get
Well,
the
y'all
people.
want me to end the podcast, so we got to move.
Did digital
Hellscape.
Todd Howard, no one's gonna play your video games. Talk about this tweet.
Listen, if I don't
Okay.
sell enough copies of Skyrim, they're gonna
Please
eat
stop
me.
talking. Oh my god. Okay, so Incel put out an ad for the Olympics, I guess. I don't really understand what they're advertising. But it was a father and a son standing in a field looking up at the sky and seeing 100,000 drones moving across the sky, and he says, "No, son, those are Intel drones flying east for the Winter Olympics."
Which is terrifying because if you saw that in real life, you would run screaming and assume that it was the drone wars that finally have come.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
They have become sentient and they're gonna kill us all.
Yeah, so the tweet that brought this to my attention is like the thought of overwriting the patterns of the natural world with a swarm of machines used for mass surveillance at best and murder at worst. So I don't know that anybody. I don't know if Intel hires an ad company, but they should fire them. Definitely get a new one. Oh man. So anyway, that's my science fiction hellscape for the day.
Nice. I love hell.
That's fun.
Who else has a science fiction hellscape or just
Mark
a regular
does.
hellscape?
I kind of do. So, I just kind of found this today when I browsed the Shutterfront thread. Like, it seems normal at first until at the very end, and then it makes it all worth it. So what we're seeing, try to describe it. It's just a man on a trampoline, like, filming himself. And at some point he loses control and he loses control of the camera, and it slowly falls back into him with a face full of horror as it just goes straight to his nuts.
And it falls on his nuts. And
Like-
he's like probably hurt because it hits his nuts.
It's just this expression at the end that just makes it. But
Oh man, that's pretty good.
that's pretty good. But I also found this today just browsing around. I'm like, how the fuck do you market Pokemon to the Americans?
Well, first you gotta sell them that the Pokemon are cool.
Oh god, it's this fucking video.
Yeah.
You gotta let Pokemania run wild.
Oh, I get it.
So I believe this is a VHS that got sent out. I think that it's just like this is like for kids. Like, how do we market this to people? Like, so this is a video about 10 minutes long explaining Pokemon, the games, the anime, the eventual card game, and merchandise. Trying to describe it. Well, it's mostly the anime. Trying to describe it as best as they can to people in the States. It's fucking bizarre and the most 90 thing I've seen in a while.
Pika who?
I have an important question. At the beginning, it starts with Ash explaining that Pokemon is a Game Boy game and like other stuff. And is that canon? Does he like understand he's not real?
Yes.
Pika who?
Does he understand that it's all fake and nothing matters in that world?
But
So-
who's the redhead?
I don't know.
That's Misty.
This is Misty's friend Amy trying to explain everything. So like they have like these casts like these other people.
Oh,
like,
Ash's Aunt Hillary? Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about?
Well, that too. And then he has cousins. I forget their names.
What you don't know is Ash's last name is Clinton. It's a conspiracy. He's been a part of it all along. He's in the pizza store eating Pikachus in the basement.
Oh God.
Scene removed. Ash battles Pidgeotto.
Yeah, also
Thanks, YouTube.
yeah, repeated scene removed the Poke Rap.
Ash sits in a pizzeria abandoned by himself. He turns to the camera. Have you ever wondered what the pepperoni's made out of?
No, I know what the pepperoni's made out of.
Soy.
Mm.
Trey and Troy, Ash's cousins. No, I don't think that's true.
Brock.
What is a Brock?
It's a guy who's always squinting.
Does he have a shirt?
Sometimes.
Mm.
And Pokemon's cool. Tell all your friends.
Buy the Pokemon merch. You need this Pikachu.
I think now more than ever, Pokemon is making a comeback. I think this is the year.
Nope. But when it comes out on Switch, it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also got like this bad reminder that Pokemon, the Toys R Us store for Pokemon in my local Toys R Us are closing by April.
Yeah, Toys R Us is headquartered in New Jersey, and they're not doing that great.
Rest in peace, never forget.
Hey, did you know there's no point to drive to a Toys R Us and buy shit for more money than you could on Amazon?
So back in the day, Toys R Us's online presence was through Amazon, so they should have just kept doing that.
Yup.
Well, you see, we can beat them. Wait, where'd all the money go? Help! Wait, no, help.
Hey, I have things.
You do.
So
Tell me about them.
I have this thing that I do sometimes, and it's not good. And I have a number of times in my life played and have owned airsoft guns. I think they're a lot of fun because think about it, it's like real guns except it's not dangerous at all and it's actually fun because you can actually play with them.
Hey, Mike. Hey, I also did that and I still own one. Actually,
yeah, I have some still, but I don't really use them very much anymore because it's hard to organize.
What am I gonna do? Just go in the backyard and just start shooting things?
Right, like you need to have people to play with. So, and I could go somewhere like there's a lot of places that do paintball also do airsoft, but I just don't care enough to do that. If I drove, I might do that. But anyway, so I have a thing where sometimes I watch airsoft YouTube videos because I just suddenly I'm like, oh right, airsoft is a thing, and I remember, and then I watch a bunch of YouTube videos of it, and I remembered this airsoft channel that, if you know of them, it might be from a meme where this guy shoots a dude a lot of times and it sounds like his gun is full auto. It's not. It's called a dual something gear gun, and basically it makes it shoot real fast. So he shoots it and it sounds like full auto, and the guy goes, hey, no full auto inside. And then the other guy goes, that's not full auto. And he says, it's not. And he says, no, this is full auto. And he clicks the trigger and it sounds like an A10 firing. It's like, and then he goes, oh, damn. And then walks away. So this dude's channel is pretty bad, and I honestly can't recommend that you watch most of the stuff. But he does have this series of videos that are him. There's like a thing. So okay, in paintball, right? If you get hit with a paintball, it's obvious, right? I mean, suffice to say, because there's paint on you. So you can't you can't fake getting, I mean, you actually can, you can just wipe it, but for the most part, it's much harder to fake having not gotten hit when you got hit.
Paintball also hurts a lot, and it's kind of fucking hard to not fucking vocally be like, motherfucker.
Paintball hurts a lot more. I would say airsoft can still hurt, but it's definitely not as bad.
They can hurt, but
it's less than a paintball.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about airsoft is you're firing these little plastic pellets, these little BBs, and so there's no mark if you get hit, right? So there's a lot of well, there's no paint or anything. Like I'm saying, if you're wearing clothing, there's no way to see.
Okay. Yeah,
so no one's playing naked airsoft. Sorry, Todd Howard. So, because of this, there's a lot of blatant people who are just assholes who cheat and they get hit and then they don't call that they're out. Right? They just keep playing or whatever. So he has
trust-based.
It's very trust-based. So there's a series of videos of this guy, like, playing the game, and then he shoots someone and they don't go out, and his response is, if you do that, he turns his gun onto the really stupid full auto and just rips you, like, for, 50 rounds in the back, basically. And it's very funny to watch people not call shots and then get blasted and then complain about it because they weren't calling the shots. And his response is, well, you didn't call it hit, so I had to hit you more so that you would call hit. So you would know that you're hit. I don't know. It's pretty bad, but you can watch it if you want. And also, on a completely unrelated YouTube tangent that I went on recently, I started watching people play Mario Maker levels again. Hey, that game's fucking crazy. Puzzle levels are really, really cool. There's some really interesting stuff in that game. I'm not going to link any specific videos here, but Carl Sagan 42 is a person who has a lot of videos on his channel. Also, Pooh Bear who you've probably heard of if you have seen any AGDQ stuff or SGDQ stuff. I think he ran a number of things for them. I know, like Super Dram World, for example.
Yeah, he did one of those ROM hacks.
Yeah, and hey, they're both good, and they have lots of fun Mario Maker stuff on their channels. That game's really good. I want a Mario Maker 2 for Switch.
I want that too. But I feel
I
like
think a lot of people want that.
But I think the way the Switch is put together,
No,
would make levels harder to make.
no, it wouldn't. Just make the online work. Okay. They are theoretically doing that anyway, so just do it and give it to me so I can play it. And then, Maggie, do you have one, or can I leave this house?
Yeah, real quick. There's just this little thing I found. People might not remember it, but it's called Crank.
It's called Crank Yankers.
Okay,
Crank
we're done.
Yankers is an American
All right.
television show produced by Adam Carolla.
I'm done.
Do you remember
We'll see
Adam
you guys next
Carolla?
week.
So yeah, thanks for listening. iTunes, we're on there.
Jimmy Kimmel and Daniel.
We're on Google Play, I think, probably. I don't remember. You can follow us on Twitter at BDTSC. Yeah, that's the podcast.
That joke was so bad it killed Gohan. You're proud.
Okay.
Not
I'm
you.
gonna stop recording now. Goodbye, everyone.
Hey,
Bye.
have a good
Have a
time.
good one. Have a good.
Wait, we have to
thing.
say like and subscribe and don't send emails, but tell your friends. Burn down the podcast. .sand. Help! Help! Ah!
Hey, do you guys remember Crank Yankers?
Alright.